quick thinking position. So you got to make decisions, make good decisions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got to be tough. You got to
Yes,
be
sir.
tough.
Archie, I want to thank you so much for the time today. It's so great to catch up with you. I truly appreciate you, okay?
It's my pleasure. Glad to be with you, Mark.
Thank you so much. Archie Manning, a member of the College Football Hall of Fame, joining us now on CBS Sports Radio. Up next, I'll give you the fix to the Major League Baseball postseason problem. My name is Mark Ryan. You're listening to CBS Sports Radio.
Oh, no, your little one is back to school and caught a cough. Help them feel better fast with Dayquil Kids Cold and Cough. It's specially formulated just for kids and helps treat their most bothersome cold symptoms. It's also available in 2 delicious flavors, honey and berry. Dayquil Kids from Vicks is the daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose just for kids medicine. Pick it up at your local pharmacy or any major retailer today. For kids 6 and up, use as directed.
It's time for the Fall Haul at Northern Tool and Equipment. Get your hands on tough tools at prices that are tough to ignore. Got plans? Cancel them. Trucks in the shop? Borrow someone else's. Don't like saving money? Right. So head to the Fall Haul at Northern Tool. Stock up at the season's biggest event and get huge savings on brands like Milwaukee, Honda, and Ingersoll Rand. Shop at northerntool.com. We're made for...
The pandemic is over, but COVID-19 is here to stay. In fact, it's still among the top 5 leading causes of death in the U.S., just after heart disease and cancer. So this fall, stay up to date with the latest COVID-19 vaccines, just like you do with the flu, because you've got no time for 19. The vaccine may not be for everyone. Please consult with your doctor. Brought to you by Moderna.
The podcast McCartney.
Nevaeh Richard, escorted by Tanya Boatwright and Ben Richard. Nevaeh has been a 1-year member of the Golden Girls, 2-year member of the volleyball team, and 4-year member of the track team. She's also been inducted into the National Honor Society in 10th grade. She's a high honor roll student with 3.0 and has a scholarship for YSU. Her future plans are to become an RN and attend Youngstown State University. Nevaeh Richard. Ayana Whiteside, escorted by Leroy Montague and Annette Montague. Ayana's been in athletics for 2 years as a member of the football team and 2 years as a member of the Golden Girls. She's a high honor student, and next week she'll be going for processing to join the Navy. Her future plans are to go to the Navy and proceed to be a traveling nurse while serving our country. Tiana Evans, escorted by Taisha Evans and Corey Odom. She's been a 3-year member of cheerleaders. Her special honors are to stay on high honor roll with high grades, help her peers no matter what the cause, and to keep a stable GPA around 3.5. Her future plans are to graduate and go to school for cosmetology while also pursuing her dream of having her own hair salon one day. Tiana Evans. Kanaya King, escorted by Siobhan Harden and Trunell Evans, as well as Deshaun Baby Who George. She's a first-year member of the cheerleaders and her high honor is First Publication Award for celebrating art in 2022. Her future plans are to go to Douglas Education Center to attend a special makeup effects program in hopes of creating your next favorite character by using her creative mind and artistic heart to pull people in and bring her drawings to real life. Kenai King. Demara Thomas. Escorted by Matthew Thomas, Marshawn Hyman, and Quarren Thomas. She's been a 4-year member of the basketball team, a 4-year cheerleader, and a 3-year member of the volleyball team. She's an honor roll student, a member of the National Honor Society, and your 2023 homecoming queen. Her future plans are to study cosmetology and become a phlebotomist. Demara Thomas. Kalia Venable. Escorted by Lavon Crumby, Khalil Venable Crumby, and Marissa Venable. She's a 4-year varsity cheerleader and a 3-year member of the volleyball team. Kalia is currently attending VOTEC, where she will receive a certificate in completing the health management course. Kalia plans on attending school in the fall after graduation to become an LPN and hopes to do so in the state of Maryland. As a special note to her grandmother Colleen Venable and Aunt Wanda Keller, I miss you so much and hope that I am making you proud until we meet again. Kalia Venable. June Andrada. Escorted by his dad, Nick Andrada Sr., and his mom, Yolanda Andrada, as well as his grandmother, Chanel Ramsey. June has played football for the entirety of his high school career. He was a 5-year wrestler and 3 years of boys volleyball. He's a member of the National Honor Society of High School Scholars, a cadet first sergeant, and company commander in the Junior ROTC. He's also a member of the marksmanship team in JROTC, winning first place and multiple awards. He also has the highest ASVAB score in Federal history. His future plans are to go to college for 4 years and to get a major in the law field. After college, he hopes to start a career as an FBI agent. June Andrada. Brandon Chambers Jr. Escorted by his mother, Michelle Wilder, his father, Brandon Chambers Sr., his grandfather, Wesley Wilder, and sister, Malaysia Gregory. Brandon has been a 4-year member of the varsity football team. He's been named All-State, All-Region, and is a high honor roll member. His future plans are to go to college to major in business and then head to the NFL. Brandon Chambers Jr. Marcel Cheeks, escorted by his mother, Nicole Smith, his father, Marcus Cheeks, and Uncle Stephon Smith. Marcel has been a football player for the entirety of his high school career, as well as 3 years on track. He's a high honor roll student, a 3-year letterman in football, and 1-year letterman in track, as well as a 1-time District 10 champion. His future plans are to attend college to major in engineering and have a successful career. He'd also like to give back to his parents and hopefully buy them a house. Marcel Cheeks. Malachi Green. Escorted by his mom, Ashley Green, and his uncle, Brian White. Mally Green has been a 4-year member of the varsity football team. And after graduation, he plans on attending an aviation school to become an aircraft mechanic. Malachi Green. Cecily Taylor, and his dad, Tim Harrison. Braylon's been a 4-year member of the football team, a 3-year member of the track and field team, and played 1 year of basketball. He's been selected to the National Society of High School Scholars and has scholarship money from Westminster, Slippery Rock, Geneva College, and Robert Morris University. He's also been accepted into multiple universities, and he would like to thank God for all of his accomplishments. His future plans are to go to college and major in communications and journalism, learn about the sports news industry, and hopes to play football in college. Right now, he's remaining undecided on a school. Braylon Harrison. Jashawn Lowe, escorted by his father Jerome, his mother
I'm waiting
Tanisha,
as
and
long
brother
as possible
Justice
to go
Lowe.
up there as I can.
Jashawn's been a 4-year member of the varsity football team, and in the future he plans to attend the trade school to pursue an education of small motor mechanics and obtain a job or career in that field. Jashawn Lowe. Chaz Mercurio, escorted by his father, Bill Mercurio, his stepmother, Tabitha Sadowski, and his mother, Erica France. Chaz has played football for the entirety of his high school career, as well as being a Pee-wee and midget athlete. Chaz has been named Student of the Month. He was voted to the 2023 Homecoming Court and has also several achievement awards. His future plans are to attend technical college, to major in HVAC, and then to one day own his own business. Chaz Mercurio. Mario Norris, escorted by his father, Kevin Norris, his mother, Roshila Norris. Mario has 5 years of football experience as well as being a 2-year member of the basketball team. Mario has remained on the high honor roll from 7th through 12th grade, and his future plans are to attend LTI to be an electrician and go wherever life takes him. Mario Norris. Marion Norris, escorted by Rose Sheila Norris and Kevin Norris. Marion's been a 4-year member of the varsity football team, a member of the High Honor Roll, National Honor Society, a 4-year letterman in football, as well as being named All-State. His future plans are to go to university to study to be a mechanical engineer. Then he plans to create a variety of businesses and hopefully one day become a millionaire. Marion Norris.
I'm the mom, I did, I did everything.
Nashawn Kyrie Robinson, escorted by his mother Nicole Robinson and grandmother Flora Austin. Nashawn has played basketball since he was 10 years old and also has about 2 years of football experience. In the future, he plans on attending culinary arts school in Pittsburgh. Being a cook has always been one of his dreams since he was a kid. Since he always stays in the kitchen, something he also would like to do is maybe attend barber school and also add in photography sometime in the future. Nashawn Robinson. QB1, Cabron Smith, escorted by his mother, Kendra Odom, and his father, Brandon Smith. Cabron's a 3-year member of the basketball team and a 4-year member of the football team. He's the vice president of his class. He's a high honor roll student, member of the National Honor Society, team captain, 4-year letterman, All-State, and All-Region as a quarterback. And tonight with 88 yards, he will become Farrell's all-time passing yard leader. His future plans are to attend a college or university to continue academic and athletic careers, as well as majoring in business or sports management. Cabron Smith. Samir Wade, escorted by his mother, Zakia Odom, his grandmother, Martha Wade, his great-grandmother, Lillian Alberti, and grandmother, Charlotta Alberti. Samir has been an athlete for the entirety of his high school career, playing both football and basketball. He's a 4-year letterman in football and basketball. First team All-Region 3 times, and a 2-time District 10 champion in basketball. His future plans are to go to college and play football while majoring in sports management. Samir Wade. Colton Weiser, escorted by his mom, Patty Weiser. Colton's been a high school football member for 2 years, and his future plans are to go to college to study to become a veterinarian. Colton Weiser. Osiris Williams, escorted by his mother, Tina Norris, and Mr. James Harris. Osiris has been a 3-year member of the track team, a 3-year member of the volleyball team, 2-year member of the football team, and 1-year member of the basketball team. His future plans are to continue his athletic career at a 4-year college, or maybe attend the Air Force. Osiris Williams.
you trust. Front of the day, I put this shit on video. Now I'm gonna front them back there for you. Make sure they buy that post to the video. And I keep telling me, keep your head high. It's gonna be okay. That's like that ain't no God way. With no time. So around your name. Make sure you overtime. Can't fall too, being you. I lost close my friends too. I lost all my kin too. Hurt how they did Rick and Rago. I'm feeling pain and bad. Most feeling was pointless. Everyone another thing takes to break that. I try to keep on crying all night. I got it hard, we can't share. Honey, you ain't got enough. Take a piece of mine.
on me. Money on me. Money on me. Like I walk, I might just spend it. I got the sauce, I got the ability. Look how I talk, just like the Phillies. I'm in the mall, I spend the training. I just bought me a tech now with a little. I'm proud, like I'm in the NBA. Get a drink on me, that's what my enemies mean. Private maintenance fees, still dangerous FTG. I made my double S, I turn my to a freak, chopper right under my seat. I don't wanna talk cheap. I got that chrome on me. No, I got racks on me. Swag like sorry up feet. Swagging on your whole life beat. Still got break my feet. Money on me. Money on me. Money on me. Money on me. Gotta drip my shoes. I push a button, my car need no keys. I push the button, car driver action. I push a button, my foot on her knees. I push the button, come overseas. I push a button when I need some cheese. I push the button and venom in knees. I push the button cause I am a beast. I push the button, she call when I pee. I push the button when I need some peas. And I push the button when I need some bees. I push the button near to my feet. I push the button, got money on me. Money on me. Money on me. That's my street. I got that chrome on me. I got a paper key. I got that heart on my sleeve. Real red ice on freeze. Swag like sorry up feet. Swag from overseas. Got my street. Do drugs, don't sleep. Still got brick my feet. Still get rich, get geek. Money on me. Money on that. She gon' consummate with like a faucet, I look like a foul. Kissing like awesome and LAV golfers and take no more losses and steady count. I put him in office and then get a call. I'm dressed like a dolphin and fishes in town. Walking makes feeling I'm spending again. Missing a crush like he's juicing again. Picking up is listening again. How many using with Travis on leak? Seems figure ain't nobody beat. I done got rich but I still ain't no leak. Take up her 30 whenever I'm sick. It costs 30, I ain't even 30. Up there holding 30, blue tips in the clip. Why like it's swerving, no work as a certain her. Game is urgent, I'm on the look. We the big dogs and eating the shrimps. Babies, I spent 20K on the strip. Maybe hook you on the bed, that's a nip. It's on my son and get off the wall. They fresh out of coffin, don't know why they talking. Got power like awesome, they can't with it down. He drunk his exhaustion now. She gon' consummate with like a faucet, I look like a foul. They tasted like awesome and LAV golfers can't take no more losses and be steady count. I put him in office and then get a call. I'm dressed like a dolphin with fishes in town. Came out the jungle with tigers and eat. Have a week at the studio, covered in deep. So much that should be in more. Cause I'm arming your legs just to see me perform. Speaking the truth cause I ain't good at lying. And I never play golf but I still keep my eye. Call up some vibes, I got nothing but knowledge. They give me some, got peace in my mind. Pull up the function, my name on the banner. I still walking through the back door on my hammer. Only little boys that they don't want no smoke. Got the ink boys like they get caught on the camera. Got me a baddie when she give me sloppy. She tie up her hair with a Gucci bandana. Coming to me and my blues to get handled. I know me some dangerous cause I'm a lamb. If I run into a problem, we kick up a box on the stove and I whip out the battle. Speak on my name, I'ma pull up on you. All your people gon' run when the shot comes splash. Think I'm my guy and I've been making noise and I still find a way how to turn out the chatter. Catching your like fucking up, I just pull on my and I shoot it right out. They fresh out of coffin, don't know why they talking. Got power like
Check one. Check two.
she gon' consummate with like a faucet, I look like a foul. And kissing like awesome and LAV golfers can't take no more losses and be steady count. I put him in office and then get a call. I'm dressed like a dolphin and fishes in town. What's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what the heck's going on with the screen, but it keeps cutting out.
Like that?
Yeah, I mean it's not doing it on this, but this wire's fine.
And same thing the other way you could say too, that Farrell offensively has done most of their damage. They've been pretty balanced this year, but they've done a majority of their damage through the air with a multitude of receivers. But then you can say that Sharon's defense, especially against the pass, has been pretty solid throughout the course of this year, especially as well.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the Farrell offense. Cabron Smith is a difference maker for me in a game like this. A veteran quarterback, a multi-year starter. He is on pace, at least a record alert here tonight.
Couple of them.
He needs 88 yards to reach 4,000 for his career and 51 yards to break Alex Myers' career passing record. He has been sensational. 18 touchdown passes. Coming off a huge game against Sharpsville where he threw 5 touchdowns. He is, and you'll hear Coach Pegues talking about him in the pregame show. He is a coach on the field. Highly educated, knows the offense, can make adjustments, and in a game like this, that could be the difference.
And so many receivers to work with, but the sophomore running back who's gotten a big bulk of the carries in Jules Johnson, coming in 6 touchdowns on the year, just shy of 600 yards. He's got some big numbers to work with, but again, he's also a threat catching out of the backfield as a 4th or 5th option.
Yeah, this Farrell team is not lacking weapons. That is for sure. Jules Johnson, only a sophomore, really came on the scene last year. We saw glimpses of potential greatness, and he's taken it to the next level this season. But Farrell has some weapons on the outside, led by Brandon Chambers Jr. getting Division I looks. He's definitely going to be playing at the next level next year. Samir Wade, one of the great athletes here in Mercer County, big numbers, averaging over 21 yards receiving. Danny Odom, the sophomore, he's a big-time basketball player, also a big-time athlete. I mean, that'll be the challenge. Can Sharon's defense stop all these weapons here tonight? It won't be easy.
It will not be easy, and you mentioned Brandon Chambers because he actually ran last year as the running back for over 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns, moving to receiver this year. You talk about all the weapons. Obviously, Sharon has a bunch of them as well, but they do it more in the ground game. It starts with the dual-threat quarterback in Mr. Ham, but yeah, the multitude of running backs that they can use. You know, Ike Friday is a true fullback, Cortez Nixon running the ball, but the balance in those carries, 74 carries for Ham, 66 for Nixon, and Friday with 4 touchdowns on the ground as well. You know, it's not a triple option attack by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a triple threat between the 3 of them.
Yeah, there's no question that this is a Sharon running game that has multiple threats. Mr. Ham is the guy you want to start with. He is a first-year starting quarterback as a senior, and nobody really knew. I think at this point you come in as the head coach, you think, okay, we think he could be the guy, but he's a senior. He's never really played the position before at this level, but he has been as good as expected or even better. 758 yards passing. He's also rushed for 546 yards. He is a big kid, 6'4", like 210, hard to bring down. He could be the difference maker here as well on the other side.
Both of these teams, both these quarterbacks especially, have benefited from such an incredible offensive line. And we're talking off the air before the game, which offensive line do we think maybe has a little bit of an edge? And it is a coin flip, and that's probably going to be the difference. That and turnovers, which, I mean, you can say that for any high school football game, but the offensive line play, whoever wins the battle in the trenches is definitely going to have the advantage here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is the ultimate, what is the biggest key of the game, who's going to win up front. And the Farrell offensive line, they've been playing much better with three seniors, Malachi Green, Marcel Cheeks, Chaz Mercurio leading the way. On the Sharon side, the defense, they'll be going across from him. You got some studs led by Bryson Roberson, one of the top defensive players in Pennsylvania. He is averaging 13 tackles a game. Brody Miller, Stone Root is back. He's a big-time wrestler. He's back starting tonight on the defensive side. Ike Friday, LeBron Water. I mean, the list goes on the Farrell defense. Nick Andrada and Braylon Harrison and Marion Norris. Norris is also a huge tackler as well. I mean, there's a lot of different standouts on both sides. And if this game goes over 30, I'll be surprised. But I could be wrong, but I think this is going to be a defensive battle.
We think so as well, and the turnovers will come in key. The big note here from Professor Briggs, how about this? Sharon, in their last 14 games where they've won the turnover margin, are 12-2. You look at Farrell, they've lost 49 in their last 51 games that they've won the turnover battle, and these are the top two teams in the county in terms of forcing turnovers. Turnovers, again, a big part of it, but I think that's going to be who gets the big one at the key moment will be clutch.
And I think special teams with the weather, and I think all the little things adding up. But you're right, a big return, a big turnover could be the difference in tonight's game.
We're going to step aside. We're going to come back. We'll have Bob's conversation with both head coach Pegues and McElhaney when we return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Mailer Insurance is proud to honor the Mercer County Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Mailer's honors West Middlesex Golf star Kate Sowers as the September Female Athlete of the Month. Mailer's Insurance also honors Sharpsville football standout Colin Summers as the September Male Athlete of the Month. Congratulations to West Middlesex's Kate Sowers and Sharpsville's Colin Summers as they are the September Mailer Insurance Athletes of the Month. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's Agency Incorporated affiliate.
Did you finance your last car purchase at the dealership? Are you frustrated by the high rate and expensive monthly payments? Affordable payments are here at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Refinancing is never a hassle and helps you save money with a lower rate and a lower monthly payment. Bringing your car loan to Grove City Area Federal Credit Union couldn't be easier. Go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage. Caring beyond prescription.
Welcome back. Countdown to Kickoff. Farrell, Sharon tonight. We're being joined by head coach Pegues of the Farrell Steelers. And Coach, it's Farrell Sharon, the game of the year. Just a couple of your thoughts.
This is Steel Bowl, the game of the year, and Sharon is playing a really good football year, and we've been picking it up as of late the last couple of weeks, and very excited to have this game go on.
You got to be excited about the way your offense played last week. It seemed like it was maybe a long time coming in your mind.
For sure. Last few weeks, I think they started picking it up, and we just had that explosion last week, and we're trying to continue to build on that. Even though we got the wet weather tonight, we're not going to make no excuses, but we're looking to play a good ball and keep it moving.
What encourages you about the way your team is playing this year?
Our offensive line is really coming together, which for us, traditionally, this is about the time of the year where we start really getting it together. We know about how Cabron's going to do and some of the skill guys we got, but up front, we're playing really well.
You mentioned Cabron. He has a chance to become the school's all-time leading passer tonight. A long history at this school with some great quarterbacks. Just a thought about Cabron.
Cabron is a true leader from the time he came into this program. I'm talking about on a high school level. He's always been in a program. He's always been a Farrell kid, and every accolade that he gets, he deserves. You know what I mean? He's a true leader. It's going to be one of those things I'm going to hate to see him go, but he's just what you call a true leader for us.
I think I asked you this before the Harding game. Have you found what type of offense you want to be? Is it running, passing, or a combination?
I think we're just a combination of both. If we got the running game going, we'll stick with it. You know what I mean? If we need to throw the ball, we could do that. I feel like if you could have a balance and be able to do both, you go a long way, especially in the playoffs, because, you know what I mean, it's great to be able to run the ball. You're going to need to run it when the weather gets tough like tonight. But, there's going to come a time, too, where you're going to have to be able to throw the ball just as well. So if we can stay balanced and stay where we're at, we'll be good.
Face the Sharon team, you know them very well. Their defense playing at a very high level. Just a couple of your thoughts.
Ed Robeson, D coordinator over there, we've seen him a lot from his Middlesex days. We've seen him last year, even as at Hickory. Playing really well. Roberson in the middle, his son in the middle linebacker is probably one of the top linebackers, in my opinion, in the state. Not just in the county or the district, but in the state. He's playing really well, got a lot of size and speed, and he got those guys playing really well over there.
Mr. Hand, a big quarterback who's tough to bring down.
Oh, for sure. He's 6'4", and he's working hard. He can run, he got some speed. He can throw it around a little bit, you know what I mean? But he's definitely tough to take down, and we got a game tackle tonight.
What's the keys tonight for Farrell to win?
Take care of the ball, especially in this weather. There's going to be a lot of slips, maybe some fumbles, maybe some interceptions, that sort of thing, but we got to take care of the ball. If we take care of the ball and tackle, we'll be fine.
Coach, what'd you do on Friday night with the night off?
Actually, my wife had to go to a quick party, and I ran down and caught a little bit of the Quip and Newcastle game, probably for about a quarter and a half, and then we ended up in Vase. Me and the wife and my daughter ended up in Vase, got late dinner there, and I was just home asleep.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck tonight. Stay dry.
Appreciate it, Bob.
All right, here you go. Amp McGee, head coach of the Farrell Steelers. We'll come back. More countdown to kickoff. Farrell and Sharon tonight right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the Sub of the Game and Play of the Game.
Since 1925, the Shenango Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations of trust, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
December, outside. Inside, it's room temperature. July, outside. It's so hot. Inside, yep, it's room temperature. We keep Mother Nature where she belongs, outside.
Van Jack Heating and Cooling is a Luxair certified comfort expert dealer, servicing all of Mercer County. Van Jack services mostly all makes and models and has financing available. Call Van Jack Heating and Cooling for a free estimate or at vanjackheating.com.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage. Caring beyond.
Welcome back. Countdown to kickoff. Sharon, Farrell tonight. Steel Bowl
number 70 here, and joining us is Jason McElhaney of the Sharon Tigers. And, Coach, you haven't been part of many of these, just your second one, but something different about this game, isn't there?
It is. Just quick aside, one of our coaches was at a funeral this morning, and he said, it's a big day because the pastor stopped and was talking about the football game today. So, I've had people in the grocery store stop me and talk about it. So the Valley's excited about it, and we are too.
And it's even extra special because both teams are playing very well.
Yeah, there's some good subplots around the game, and coming in here, obviously wish we could have a clean slate like they do, but we'll take 6-1. It's a great matchup.
How's your team improving from week 1 to where you're at now in your mind?
We've done a better job, I think, evolving in the passing game a little bit, which may not matter tonight, but, I think we've done that, kind of cleaning things up a little bit, becoming more efficient. We're doing a better job in the red zone, which was a problem for us early on. So we're starting to work a few of those wrinkles out.
I'd have to believe your defense and Coach Ed Robertson, they are licking their chops, ready to prove everybody wrong here tonight with this Farrell's offense.
Yeah, they're excited for the challenge. This is a great offense with skill guys all over the place, and they've been running it a lot better too, which creates another different element for us. So they're fired up for the challenge and ready to go tonight.
Mr. Ham, senior quarterback in his first year, probably some concerns about in the offseason, but he's definitely come through big time.
He has. He's really matured. This will be start number 8 under his belt, and you can see week to week how he's improved a little bit, the command of the offense, not making the little mistakes anymore, and there's going to be a lot on his plate tonight.
What's the key to slowing down this Farrell offense?
Keeping him in front, which is easier said than done. You want to try to limit the explosive plays, and you got to tackle. You got to tackle in space. They are going to force you to make tackles in space, and we have to be able to make those. And even if it is a 6, 8, 10-yard gain, that's okay. We don't want it to be 40, 50, or 60.
And one way to keep them off the field is by running the ball well.
Yeah. Once again, easier said than done. That's a really good defensive front. They hold people down around 3 yards a carry, and so we'll have to be good there, and our guys, and we'll have to complement with the pass game. It's not going to be one where we come in here and just say we're running it all night. We're going to have to throw it a little bit just to take a little bit of pressure off our offensive linemen.
Another key or two for Sharon to win?
Well, tonight with the weather, it's taking care of the football. The special teams are going to play a big role in things, and we'll try to manage those the best we can. But some funky things are going to happen tonight. It's just playing the next play and moving on from it.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
All right, Jason McElhaney, head coach of the Sharon Tigers. We'll come back. Minuteman Press, one-stop mail, starting lineups, and the kickoff. It is Sharon and Farrell, the Steel Bulls, next right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Buildings and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage. Bay's Pub and Grill is proud to award the September 2023 Mercer County Team of the Month. Bay's is proud to announce that Lakeview's Sailors Football is the September Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Lakeview coach Bill Hickman and his outstanding football team, as they are the September Bay's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. For more information, go to bayspubandgrill.com.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
Are you experiencing anxiety, depression, or any other mental health concerns? Visit Community Counseling Center's Sharon Drop-In Center at 114 West State Street, right across from the McDonald's. At our Drop-In Center, you can obtain information, learn about resources, attend groups, play games, socialize, meet new people, and become more active in our community with like-minded individuals. Drop in to become a member or call 724-981-1166 for more information.
Get it all done at One Stop Mail in Hermitage. One Stop Mail is your go-to destination for all your mailing and shipping needs. From fast and efficient packing to reliable shipping services, One Stop Mail's got you covered. Plus, their printing and copying services will help you leave a lasting impression. Experience convenience and top-notch customer service all under one roof. Visit them today and simplify your mailing experience at One Stop Mail. One Stop Mail, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage, or follow them on Facebook.
Ready,
From the Shell Restoration Studios at shellrestoration.com. This is Sports Radio 96.7. Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF FM Mercer, a Cumulus media station. The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
And the first quarter kicking off here in just a few minutes. Sharon just made their way onto the field. Here comes Farrell in their all-pink uniforms here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. Also senior night here at Falcone Field. So we're going to have fun with these pink-out uniforms, and we're going to have just a fantastic game. Again, the 7-0 Steelers against the 6-1 Tigers. Just a couple of minutes away here from kickoff here tonight.
And the rain continues to fall down here at Palika Stadium, which there's no question has impacted the crowd. And I was talking to Lou Falcone before the game, of course, a legendary coach here at Faro, and he said, "Why didn't we play last night?" And we had an unbelievable crowd. I said, "I know, Lou. I think it was a gamble. They're a little bit thinking it'd be the only game in town, but sometimes, everything doesn't play a lot, and Faro will have to deal with it."
Yeah, it is what it is, but what we do know is that no matter what, people who are here are going to be entertained for sure. I mean, look, I got to get one Penn State reference in there. The whiteout game had the second highest attendance in Penn State history a couple weeks ago in weather very much like this. So the true fans are going to be out here to support no matter what, and we are proud for them. But those who can't make it out or decided to stay home, we're glad that you're listening here on Sports Radio 96.7 or watching on Facebook Live as well to our coverage here tonight. But time for the starting lineups here, Mr. Greenberg.
Today's starting lineups are being brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. Follow them on Facebook. Let's look first at the starting lineups for the Faro offense. They will look like this up front. The offensive line, Darnell LaCamera, the big sophomore, Malachi Green Jr., the 320-pound senior, Marcel Cheeks, the 6'2", 280-pound senior, Harry Parker, 5'10", 250-pound junior, Chaz Mercurio, the 5'9", 200-pound senior. The wide receivers, you have Danny Odom, the 6-foot sophomore, Marion Norris, the 5'11 senior, Samir Wade, the 5'11 senior, and Brandon Chambers, the 6'2 senior. Running back is Jules Johnson, the 5'10 sophomore, and the quarterback, the senior, the soon-to-be record holder, Cabron Smith.
Taking a look at the Sharon defensive front, you'll see Stone Root, Dre Norris, and Brody Miller, a sophomore, senior, and junior respectively on the defensive line. Linebackers, Cortez Nixon and Ike Friday, the outside backers. Bryson Roberson and LeBron Wilder are the inside backers. And in the secondary, Bishop Root and Rakeem Hughes, the cornerbacks. Cece Harrison and Angelo Frum, the two senior safeties. We flip on to the other side. I'll take a look at the Sharon offense, our offensive line from left to right. Brody Miller, Dre Norris, Sean Bullock, Liam Van Sickles, and Sias Puga. The wide receivers, a sophomore, Bishop Root, along with Cece Harrison, the senior, and fellow senior captain, Lamont Austin. Tight end, Bryson Roberson. The fullback, Ike Friday, 4 touchdowns on the ground for him. Cortez Nixon, 4 rushing touchdowns for him as well. And fellow senior, Mr. Ham, the 6'3", 194-pound quarterback, 8 touchdowns passing, 5 touchdowns rushing on the year for the senior in his first year as a starting quarterback.
Faro has won the toss. They have elected to receive. Lastly, the Faro defense looks like this. Up front, the defensive ends are Aiden Marshall and Darnell LaCamera. The tackles are Marcel Cheeks and Malachi Green Jr. The linebackers are Nick Andrada, Braylon Harrison, and Marion Norris. Safeties, Jules Johnson and Samir Wade. The cornerbacks, Brandon Chambers and Danny Odom.
Real quick, your captains are Cortez Nixon, LeBron Wilder, Cece Harrison, and Lamont Austin for the Tigers. Brandon Chambers, Samir Wade, Marion Norris, and Marcel Cheeks for Farrell. Again, Farrell in the all pinks with blue numerals, white outlines, and the traditional blue helmet with the yellow Farrell flying F. The Tigers in their road white uniforms, white pants as well, with the black numerals, black helmets. They'll be going left to right as you listen on Sports Radio 96.7 or 96.7 app and iHeartRadio, and watching as well on Facebook Live.
And we are ready to go here. The Faro Steelers and the Sharon Tigers, the 70th Steel Bowl, will be kicking off here momentarily.
And to boot it away will be Chandler Maurice. Deep to return for the Steelers is going to be Brandon Chambers, and we are underway here from Falcone Field. It's a surprise onside kick, and it's going to be taken on 2 bounces by the first line of defense, and hopping on it and falling on it was Osiris Williams.
How about that? we saw this last night with Mercer and Lakeview. Mercer recovered a successful onside kick to start the game and then went on to upset Lakeview. Sharon trying to do the same thing, and really not bad strategy. You think about it. Why kick the ball deep to all these weapons and maybe take a chance to get the ball yourself? So really not bad strategy here for Sharon.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you kick it deep, anything can probably return it to the midfield anyway, but it will be starting at the 47-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, a wing to the left, with running back Jules Johnson to the left of Smith in the gun. He's going to bring a man in motion. They're going to go a little pop pass forward to the motion man, and nowhere to go whatsoever. Brandon Chambers drugged backwards by 6 or 7 white jerseys. First man there was Wilder.
Yeah, LeBron Wilder, the 5'10", 170-pound senior. He smelled that play out quickly, and the little pop pass will be a loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14 here for Farrell.
Sharon was ready for that one, right up the gut, and he held him up, did Wilder, long enough, and then had plenty of help coming through, but not the way you want to start for the Steelers, falling behind. 2nd and 14 coming up on their first possession.
Farrell, of course, if you haven't been here at Palica Stadium, they have the game clocks, the play clocks, also the digital down marker. First-class operation here at Farrell.
Down to 3 on that play clock. They're going to have to hurry to get this snap off, and they did not do it. So delay a game after the long loss. Now it's going to be 2nd and 19 to start the game.
And that was just a coincidence. I didn't mention the play clock at the first time that Farrell gets flagged, but tonight's referee, Joe Lombardi, lets us know about the flag. What a crew we have here tonight.
Scott Walters, the umpire. Mike Bouchard is the head linesman. Andrew Korkel, the line judge. And Travis Zuschlag, the back judge. 2nd and 19, rolling to the right, getting away from a man in the backfield, now scrambling back to his left, throwing it down the field, and no one there. Because breaking off of his route down the field was Samir Wade, but huge pressure in the backfield immediately for the Sharon defense.
Yeah, Dre Norris was there. Also was Silas Puga, and really forced Smith to scramble and just almost threw the ball down the field in desperation. It'll be 3rd down now and 19 for Farrell.
Really credit to Ron Smith just to avoid the pressure. He was a free rusher coming from the near side there was Puga. Now we have a whistle and a stoppage to fix the marking of the football. Moving it back from the 39 to the 38. It'll be 3rd down and 19 to go on the opening possession of tonight's game for the Steelers. Farrell, 3 receivers to the right. Smith drops back, looking to pass. He's going to fire one over the middle, and it's going to be deflected away and actually knocked away by the receiver. Otherwise, that would have been an easy interception for the Sharon defense. Farrell will go 3 and out.
Yeah, Chambers actually became a defensive player there, because if not, Lamont Austin gets the interception, the easy interception. So Farrell will go 3 and out here and will be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, as we expected, the 2 top defenses in the area. Sharon's Tiger defense flexing their muscles early. So Farrell to boot it away. 2 receivers standing at their own 30. Nearly blocked on this end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken, actually letting it go on the near sideline as it took a weird hop. C.C. Harrison lets it go, and it takes a great Farrell bounce all the way inside the 20. Mark it out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, C.C. Harrison had a good angle on that kick, but just didn't want to gamble with the conditions. Farrell will lose, or Sharon will lose about 10 or 12 yards on that decision, but they'll get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Yeah, I think safety is definitely the fine word here today. Yes, they're going to lose out on field position for sure, starting at their own 15 where Farrell began at their own 47, but they moved backwards. It's much like the Pitt offense there, Bob Greenberg, to start the game.
Well, would you mention Pitt?
I did. Hey, I'm balanced.
By the way, so Farrell gets the opening kickoff, and they go -9 yards on their first drive. That's a message, at least early, is being sent by the Sharon Tiger defense.
Mr. Ham will be in the gun. Tight end and fullback to his left. That's where he's going to go. Follow the convoy. Cuts upfield. Has across the 20 down to about the 22-yard line before he's dragged down. Good 7-yard gain on 1st down.
And Mr. Ham, that's what he has done this year. The 6'3", 194-pound senior. And give him about 8 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he did a good job, followed the blockers, but then cut up the field too when he saw the opening before he was finally dragged down by one of the defensive backs. 2nd down and 2, 10:15 remaining in the opening quarter. First possession of the game for Sharon. Pistol formation now. Nixon will get the handoff. Bounces off one tackler, but then goes backwards and is dragged down for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 after a 2-yard loss on the play.
That was Marion Norris there. Tackling machine. Sniffed that play out. Be a couple-yard loss on 2nd down for the Sharon Tigers.
Now 3rd and 4, and again, Sharon's done most of their damage on the ground. And with the conditions, we've got a nice, probably 10 to 15 mile an hour consistent wind too. How much will we see Sharon try to go through the air? 3rd down and 4, ball on the left hash, 2 receivers to the right. Ham in the gun, and now it's going to be 3rd and 9 as one of the receivers started his motion a little bit too early. Harrison didn't know whether it was a snap count or to go in motion.
And there was definitely some confusion there as Mr. Ham, the quarterback, was waving Harrison to go into motion, and that's where the confusion started. So Sharon will lose 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9 now.
So after the 8-yard pickup on 1st down, now the Tigers, the team moving backwards. They'll be in the gun as everybody looks to their wristband to get their call from the sideline. Route the receiver to the right. Harrison in the slot right. Now they're going to change the play. Still 7 on the play clock. Down to 3 seconds. Still waiting for it. And I'm not sure they're going to get the snap off in time. So we've got a delay of game for each team on their opening possessions here, Bob.
And, I think the one issue here is, Mr. Ham, the quarterback, not even aware of the play clock. I mean, he never looked at it, was looking at his sheet. I'm sure there was some yelling from the Sharon sidelines, but that's a big 5 yards now, 3rd and long now for the Tigers.
Yeah, 3rd and long became 3rd and longer. 3rd and 14. Ball now back to their own 11-yard line on the first possession of the game for Sharon. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They're going to go with a zone read and the keeper for the quarterback, Ham. He'll drag some tacklers back out close to the 20-yard line, but well short of the 1st down marker, and Sharon will follow suit and go 3 and out.
So both teams assess delay of game penalties on their opening drives. Neither team moves the ball. Neither team gets a 1st down, and we're going to see our 2nd punt of the game.
Booting away will be Chandler Maurice, and the return man standing right at the midfield stripe for Farrell. That's Danny Odom. Farrell having to bring the man on late. And now here's the snap. And just barely getting this one away, a low line drive kick, but it's actually going to fly and take a Sharon roll out of bounds just outside the 30-yard line. So 1 possession in, 4 minutes into this game, still scoreless after a pair of 3 and outs between Farrell and Sharon.
And no surprise up to this point that the defenses are leading the charge here this evening. Could be a game of field position. And if nothing else, that was a very good punt by Sharon. Let's see where the ball is officially marked. We have an official timeout on the field as well.
We have a timeout on the field. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back with the continuation of the Steel Bowl on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen.
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Well, if you're watching on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page, you can see that beautiful rain coming down. It's more like a mist kind of the way it's just drizzling down at the moment. Expected to stay like this for a while, but then the rain may be intensifying later on in the evening. If we're going to see more intensity in the defense over the course of this game, I think your over-under of 30 might be a 30 for a total instead.
Yeah, that is a possibility, to say the least. So Farrell now back on offense. Actually, they moved the ball back to the 34. So that was a punt of
48 yards then.
48 yards. So a huge punt by Sharon.
Yeah, changed the field position right back after being pinned deep and starting their last drive at the 15. 3 receivers to the left for Farrell. Bring a man in motion, now hand up the middle. First carry for Jules Johnson, up the gut. Not a lot of room, but he does fall forward out to the 38-yard line. Gain of 3 or 4 on first down, and that's what they didn't do on their first possession. They moved forward here.
And that was, of course, who else but Bryson Roberson, the tackling machine on the Sharon side with a tackle here.
Would you say 13 per game?
13 per game. Only a junior, 6'3", 220 pounds, big-time prospect.
Second down and 6 now for Farrell. Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Same play, handoff up the middle, cutting to the outside. He's got some room, now cuts up, runs into one man, and then gets upended at the 45, but keeps dragging forward out to the 47-yard line for a big run and a first down.
And we have an injured player on the field as well, and that is Roberson, who is down. And be a 9-yard pickup. And Roberson will have to leave the field. That is a huge development here.
6'3", 220-pound junior, as you mentioned, goes and sits on the bench and basically just chucked the helmet in disgust. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but the way he's walking off the field, didn't see a limp or anything, but was kind of hanging one of the arms a little bit there, Bob, it looked like.
Yeah, he's getting looked at now. We will obviously take a look at that. With Roberson going out, could be a huge development in this game.
So now your first down of the game comes at the 7:05 mark of the opening quarter. Second possession of the game for Farrell. Ball at the 47-yard line. Third straight carry for Johnson. Up the middle, not a lot of room, and he's going to get dragged backwards after a short gain of 1 yard on the run up the gut, making a tackle Camden Dye.
And Dye just came into the game to replace Roberson. So he makes his appearance successful, his first one. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for Farrell at their own 48-yard line. I'm so used to seeing Farrell in the blue and gold, and I have to almost double take every time I say their name because the pink uniforms, my brain is not registering right now.
It is. It's throwing me off. I love the pink uniforms, though. 2nd down and 9. 4th carry of the drive for Johnson. Near side across midfield to the 45, upended, but not until he moves the chains down to the 41-yard line of Sharon. That's a pickup of 11 for a first down.
Yeah, Jules Johnson with another big run, his biggest run of the early part of this game. And Farrell now into Sharon territory down to their 41-yard line. We're down to 6:05 to go first quarter. We have no score.
So the first drive, it's 3 pass plays and a 3 and out. This drive, 4 carries, all from Jules Johnson, and a couple of first downs, and now have moved into Sharon territory for the first time tonight. 3 receiver set. Johnson's going to get carry number 5 of the drive. Huge hole on the left side, inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds just outside of the red zone.
And Jules Johnson with some great blocks up front. Marcel Cheeks, Harry Parker leading the way. And they will mark the ball at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 18 yards now for Johnson.
5 carries for 43 yards here on the drive for Johnson. He has all 5 carries on this drive. That they've gone right down the field, but you can see the presence of Roberson on those last 2 plays, especially not being out there, hurting the Sharon defense. Ball on the left hash. 1st and 10 from the 23. Will it be carry number 6? Yes, it will, on the left-hand side. Couple pulling guards out in front, and he's going to get dragged down inside the 20 at the 19-yard line, so another 4-yard pickup on first down.
And Farrell has entered the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone as they get it down to the 19-yard line. All 6 plays on this drive to Jules Johnson.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And again, with the weather as it is, would not be surprised if this is the mode of operation all night long. Johnson will be sidecar left here on 2nd down and 6. Handoff going left side, not much room, but cuts up the middle and actually gains out of nowhere, slipping through a couple of tacklers down close to the 15-yard line. Could have been a loss, but out of nowhere, falls forward and is going to make it 3rd and very manageable.
That was Brandon Chambers here, I believe. Got his first carry of the game. And it'll be a pickup at about 6.
They marked it as 16, so gain of 3 for
excuse me.
Chambers. And yeah, Jules was actually out on that play. He comes back in. So Chambers, who was the running back last year, now goes back to his standard wide receiver position. He'll be slot right here on 3rd down and 3. Ball on the 16-yard line. 4:30 remaining in the opening quarter. Smith gets the snap, handoff. Johnson puts his leg down, cuts forward, gets inside the 15, but not going to be enough for the first down. Needed 3, gained 2, and likely a 4th down attempt coming here for Farrell.
Brody Miller, LeBron Wilder sealing up Jules Johnson on that play. So now a big 4th down attempt here for Farrell. 4th and 1 at the Sharon 14-yard line.
4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. The 9th play of the drive here for the Farrell Steelers. Smith's going to go under center for the first time tonight. Hard count first, now goes on the QB sneak and gets a little help from his friends up the middle, and he's going to have enough to move the chains.
Yeah, really hard to stop that little play there. It's become very popular. Just the center quarterback gets pushed down the field.
You got to be careful because that's actually a point of emphasis this year is that you're not in high school football allowed to push the quarterback directly. Now, pushing the offensive lineman, sure. But not allowed to push the actual ball carrier. They did a good job of making sure they did not do that. No brotherly shove, as it would be. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 10th play of the drive. Smith's going to bring a man in motion across the formation. Handoff again to Johnson. Not much room. Has to cut up the field, and he's going to get dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And once again, Brody Miller with another tackle. Johnson, 8 carries on this drive for 50 yards. Clock under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Bryson Roberson still out.
Yeah, 10 plays now on the drive and already 5 minutes off the clock as well. This Farrell team who put up 62 points a week ago against Sharpsville. Their largest scoring output on the year. Looking to strike first here in the Steel Bowl. 2nd and 9, wild snap, goes through the hands of Smith. Goes back, gets it, but then he runs into just a convoy of white jerseys. The snap going through Smith's hand. Ruined the entire timing of the play, lost back to the 20-yard line.
And Dre Norris will get him the sack on the play. Yeah, the ball, as you said, that could be, as Jason McElwain said, could be some funky plays tonight, and that's one of them. Snap going through Cabron Smith's hands, and now 3rd down, and what about 17 here for Farrell at the Sharon 20.
Yeah, they need to get the ball actually to the 2. Call it 3rd and 18 officially. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Smith in the gun on 3rd and long. Jots back, throws it on a crossing pattern short and going nowhere on the catch. Maybe a gain of 1, but that's about it. First catch of the game for Danny Odom, but nothing going from it. A 1-yard pickup.
And Bishop Roots was right there. He is the 6'1" sophomore stand-up. And no chance at all for Odom. And now 4th down for Farrell at the 19. Obviously too close to punt. Not going to kick, so they're going to go for it here. They need to get, as James said, just around the 2-yard line.
13th play of the drive, but it is 4th down and 16 to go, 17 to go. They need to get inside the 2. Smith drops back, pumps, avoids a rusher, avoids another, tries to step up, but he's not going to be able to get away. Actually laterals it back, but they're going to say he was in the grasp. He had lateraled it back to Johnson, who had some room on the right side to work with, but I think a good call. The officials blowing it dead as forward progress was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no question about it. Brody Miller with the sack, and the Sharon Tiger defense stiffens big time and gets the ball back after Farrell had gone all the way down to inside the red zone.
How about a 7-minute, 4-second drive, 13 plays on the drive, Bob, and no points on the board. Less than a minute to play in the opening quarter. We'll step aside back after the 60-second media timeout. Your home for high school football at Sports Radio 96.7.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep.
Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Are you someone who has a bowl filled with medicine bottles? Discover the safe, secure, and convenient way to take your medications from the Medicine Shop in Hermitage with Script Ease, your meds easy as 1, 2, 3. The Medicine Shop in Hermitage provides you with the industry's best solution to manage your health care and medications. For more information, contact the Medicine Shop in Hermitage today or ask your healthcare provider how to schedule your in-home appointment today and start to live a healthier and happier life. Medicine Shop Pharmacy on East State Street in Hermitage or online at hermitagems.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
So a 13-play drive taking 7 minutes, 4 seconds off the clock. 50-plus yards on the drive, but no points after back-to-back sacks, Bob, to end the drive.
I think one of the keys we talked about was the Sharon back end of that defense. They've done a good job right now. The receivers from Farrell not being able to get open, and that's allowed the 2 big sacks.
3 men in the backfield. It's a little toss play to the third man through. Not much room up the middle, maybe a gain of 2. I believe that was Cortez getting the carry, Cortez Nixon.
I believe
Nope, check that.
No?
Maybe not. I thought it was number 1, Wilder, who came up.
That was Wilder, you're right.
Okay.
LeBron Wilder, his first carry of the game, gets maybe 2 there. It'll be 2nd and 8 as we're down to 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Probably the last play of the quarter here. We have no score.
No score. Sharon looking for their first down. Again, a T formation. And it's going to be a keeper, actually, looks like this time going up the middle is Big Mr. Ham, rumbling forward out close to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 when we start the second quarter after that 6-yard pickup. Scoreless here from Palooka Stadium, Falcone Field. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to the Steel Bowl here on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Man, how can we help you?
I'm just having a hard time. I don't know what you can do. No one understands.
Just coming here was a great step. Now that you're here, let's figure out what your next step will be. We'll work on it together.
Community Counseling Center of Mercer County offers care for adults, children, and families. Our mission is to help individuals and families live healthy and fulfilling lives. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County, 724-981-7141 or cccmer.org.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Quarter number 2 about to get underway. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 for Sharon. Scoreless between the Farrell Steelers and the Sharon Tigers here on Sports Radio 96.7. 70th edition of the Steel Bowl. A 35-27-7 record all time. Sharon owning that mark, but looking for their first win against Farrell since back in 2008. And we didn't get a chance to talk about it much in the pregame, Bob, but, you know, the questions flying around, may this again have to be the last Steel Bowl for the foreseeable future. We hope not, but definitely a possibility with the Farrell School Board meetings in this past week.
Yeah, there's obviously that is a fluid discussion right now in Farrell, considering some of the incidents that occurred, racial incidents the past couple weeks here in the county. And at this point, the school board met on Tuesday. Dr. Laura Adams King sent me a statement, and at this point, they're looking into potentially maybe leaving District 10. Is it going to happen? We don't know. The time frame, we don't know, but it's being discussed. Obviously, we're hoping it doesn't happen. but that story will be playing out here, I'd imagine, in the next few weeks.
Well, if that does end up happening, you will for sure see the retraction of #BanWeek0, because Week 0 might be the only way we see Farrell against Sharon in a regular season matchup, if that were to happen. More on that in the coming weeks for sure. Back to the action. Ball on the left hash here on 3rd and 2. In the gun is Ham. Brings a man in motion. Zone read. He's going to keep it. And a little option pitch. Gives it to Harrison. He's going to have the first down past the 30 to the 35-yard line. Out to the 38. Nifty play coming out of the timeout from the end of the quarter. Triple option from the slot position.
Yeah, how about that? C.C. Harrison, the beneficiary of that last pitch. And it will be a pickup of about 8 yards on the play. And C.C. Harrison is, he's a speedster. You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
First 3rd down conversion for either team on the evening, and the first down of the game for the Sharon Tigers.
It's Harrison's 10th carry of the season.
Leads the team with 20 receptions, but getting it down on the ground. Handoff up the middle. Cortez Nixon's going to get tripped up, but somehow keeps his feet. Keeps fighting forward past the 40, out to the 43-yard line. Looked like he was going to get knocked down right at the line of scrimmage, but both these running backs, Bob, they're keeping their feet, and that's a 6-yard pickup.
You know, I mentioned this when we did the Sharon Sharpsville game. This group of running backs with Friday and Nixon and Wilder and Mr. Ham, among others, they're all interchangeable. They all run hard. They're all tough to bring down. There's no really a drop off when you get any of these guys touching the ball.
Moore as a tight end right now is Friday. No handoff, keeper up the middle for Mr. Ham, and nowhere to go. Stacked up immediately. Just an effort to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and 4 coming.
Norris in there Norris with the tackle. And Mary Norris, one of the top tacklers in school history. He's been a machine, and now we have a Farrell player coming off the field. That's Harry Parker. And he is limping a little bit. He's obviously an important part of this offensive line as well as the defense. We'll keep our eye on Harry.
Austin and Root, receivers to the near side, the short side of the field. Actually 3 receivers. Harrison also joining them on 3rd down and 4. Play call just coming in, and it's 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. Will they get the snap off in time? They do not, but this time Coach McElhaney is going to call a timeout from the sideline. We'll take a 30-second timeout here as well. It's the Steel Bowl on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Did you finance your last car purchase at the dealership? Are you frustrated by the high rate and expensive monthly payments? Affordable payments are here at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Refinancing is never a hassle and helps you save money with a lower rate and a lower monthly payment. Bringing your car loan to Grove City Area Federal Credit Union couldn't be easier. Go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Scoreless here at Farrell High School in the 70th edition of the Steel Bowl. Sharon 0, Farrell 0. 3rd down and 4 coming for Sharon here with 10:15 remaining in the first half. Coming back at the half, we'll have our stats and scoring recap from the first half. Right now, the only scoring recap, how about an out-of-town score? And I'm going to say that now. Of course, it just changed on you, Mr. Greenberg.
Yeah, our Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard show, and Louisville leads Pitt now 14-7. Louisville just scored as 6-0 Louisville nationally ranked at Acrisure Stadium. Christian Veilleur getting his first start, the former Penn State quarterback. Threw a 46-yard touchdown pass, but right now Pitt trailing 14-7.
But the pass was not thrown to Jurkovic.
No, he is number 2 on the depth chart as a quarterback. That tight end discussion was short-lived.
Yeah, the experiment did not go long. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 4 here for Sharon. They have not put the ball in the air yet tonight. Bob, might they do it here?
Well, I can tell you right now they won't. That's my guess. The Sharpsville game, 42 runs, 3 passes. So when things are working, and the running game has been somewhat efficient early on here, I think we're going to see another run.
Well, we saw that last night with Wilmington, 50 points on the board with only 1 pass played the entire night. 3rd down and 4. Nixon to the left of Ham in the gun, and they're actually going to get a play change again. Whole team wearing the wristbands. They check the arm. The wrist coach now get the snap, high snap, hand off on the zone read. Actually, he's going to keep it. Ham busts off a tackle with a stiff arm. First down across midfield and dragged out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Good job to pull it out of the belly of the running back there, Bob.
Yeah, Mr. Ham with a great read there. He picks up 9 yards and a big first down. And Sharon now into Farrell territory down to their 48-yard line.
So back-to-back third down conversions on this drive. 7th play of the drive coming up. 10:08 remaining in the first half. Farrell on their second possession, a 13-play drive that got inside the red zone but was unable to put points on the board. Sharon now going right to left, ball on the left hash, and we're going to have a pre-snap penalty, and it is motion against Sharon.
Yeah, somebody flinched there. And that'll be the third flag of the game against Sharon for 15 yards. But in an offense where you're getting 4 or 5 yards at a clip, these 5-yard penalties are devastating.
Absolutely they are. Now, I mean, you look at Ham, though, his carries so far 8, 6, 0, and 9 yards on his 5 attempts. Wonder if you're going to see a heavy dose of Mr. Ham. He is going to hand it off on first down to Nixon, and he has stood up immediately for no gain. Actually, a loss of 1. Big hit by Marion Norris.
Yeah, my goodness. And there was no chance at all that time for Nixon. And he will lose about a yard on the play. And it'll be second down now and 16 for Sharon at their own 46. We have no score. 9:40 to go here first half.
And Nixon, no room whatsoever. 3 rushes for 3 yards now. They're going to go 5 wide receivers here on second and long. Second and 16. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ham drops back, setting up a bubble screen near side. Caught, cutting inside across midfield. Blockers in front, but upended by one of the safeties coming up defensively. Good job by Samir Wade. Otherwise, that was going to be room to run for Bishop Root.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. Root is very dangerous in open space. He picks up 8 yards, and now Sharon with a more manageable third down and 8 from the Farrell 46-yard line.
Yeah, cut the yardage in half from second and 16 to third and 8 on the first pass play of the game. 3 receivers to the right. Far receiver is Angelo Frum. Lone receiver to the left is Lamont Austin. Nixon to the right of Ham in the gun on third and 8. Low snap. Able to grab it is Ham. Breaks away from one tackler, but no. Not going anywhere, and the ball is loose and is recovered by Farrell. He tried to break out of the tackle, Bob, but could not do it and lost the football in the process.
And big Malachi Green with the recovery for the Farrell Steelers. Yeah, there was a bad snap, and then Mr. Ham trying to fight his way through some traffic there. Somebody got a hand on the ball, popped it out, and Malachi Green with the fumble recovery, the first turnover of the game. Farrell has it at the Sharon 48.
So a 9-play drive right back, but it ends up with a turnover, and Farrell starting in plus territory at the Sharon 48-yard line.
And that all real started with the bad snap, James. That kind of got that whole play blown up and a disaster for Jason McElhaney.
Now how will the Sharon Tiger defense respond? Allowing just 31 points on the year so far. They survived the last long drive from Farrell, but now this time the Steelers starting in Tiger territory. They're going to go to the air. They're going to go with a quick pass to the far sideline. Caught near midfield behind the line of scrimmage. Fighting forward back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Good one-on-one tackle there on the far sideline.
Yeah, Lamont Austin over there. Really some shutdown play early on here as Danny Odom got nothing on that little completion.
Yeah, no gain, just right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So Smith right now 3 of 5 passing for negative yardage.
And Lamont Austin, who had been a little beat up the last couple weeks, off to a great start here tonight defensively.
Trips to the right on second and 10. Rolling that way is Smith. That's the inside trap on the counter to Johnson. Trying to get to the corner. Gets around Nixon, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds by Nixon. Close to the first down marker. Mark it out at the 40. So a gain of 8. Third down and 2. Nice little counter action there on second and long.
Yeah, really nice play call there by Ampagese. And if Nixon doesn't get his hands on him and shoves Johnson out of bounds, it's going to be a bigger gain. Definitely a first down.
Instead, it's third down and 2. From the 40-yard line, we're down to 7:52 remaining in the first half. Still scoreless here from Falcone Field. Trips to the right again on this third and short. Johnson to the right of Smith in the gun. Brings a man in motion, handoff up the middle, trying to bounce outside, not going anywhere. Flag on the play as well.
It's going to be a holding on Farrell, and there's also, I think, a Farrell player maybe down. Now he's up. I believe it's going to be a holding.
So here's the question. It's a loss of 1 on the carry, maybe a loss of 2. So it's either 4th and 4 or 3rd down and probably 12 would be from the original line of scrimmage.
I would think you'd move him back. 4th and 4 is manageable. 3rd and 13 is, I think, a much better setup for your Jason McElwaney. I'm guessing they will accept this penalty.
Yeah, especially, too, any defensive penalty would be an automatic first down.
Holding. Farrell, number 52. That penalty is declined.
Oh!
4th down.
I was halfway writing it down as well, so they will decline the penalty.
I am stunned. So it'll be 4th and 4 now, so a gamble here for Jason McElwaney.
That's trusting your defense, Bob, that's for sure. 4th down and 4 from the 42-yard line. Rolling right, Smith hit immediately and dragged way backwards, tries to throw it late, and that's going to be an incomplete pass to at least save about 12 yards worth. They're asking for intentional grounding with anybody in the area, but they're not going to get that call. Who was the free rusher right up the gut that knocked Smith back about 10 yards?
And Joe Lombardi just announced there was a receiver in the vicinity. That's why there's not an intentional grounding.
Wow.
And Smith made a great play just to save potentially 15 or 16 yards. But either way, the Sharon Tiger defense comes up big again.
A 4 and out, so twice turnovers on down. Is it Brody Miller or Dre Norris right up the gut that forced him all the way back? Actually, it might have been 54, Camden Dye, who came in with the injury on the first possession from Roberson.
So 7:31 to go in this first half. Sharon with the ball at their own 42-yard line. A defensive slugfest right now at Palika Stadium.
Man in motion. They're going to go fake on the jet sweep. Keeper for Ham up the middle, out to the 45 to the 46-yard line. Pick up of 4 yards on first down for Ham. I got him for 7 carries for 30 yards here in the early going. 7:15 remaining in the first half. But go back to that declining the penalty. The trust in your defense, Bob, to do that, and then they come up big.
There's no question about it. Normally I like the 3rd and 13 or 14, but obviously Jason McElwaney and defensive coordinator Ed Roberson, a lot of confidence, and it paid off.
2 receivers left, man in motion joining them, so 3 to the left. Looking to pass on the bubble screen again, caught by Root up the middle. Fighting forward, it's actually Lamont Austin, on the catch, out to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 3, kind of like an extended handoff on both the pass attempts so far here for Sharon.
Yeah, it's one of those, you just want to get the ball into Austin's hands and see if he can make some yardage after the catch. He picked up a couple. So 3rd and 3 now for Sharon at their own 49-yard line.
Down to 6:30 remaining in the first half, still scoreless. Here in Steel Bowl LXX, we had some Roman numeral teachings before the game. Play action, rolling to his right is Ham, looking down the field, now being chased, breaks away from one tackler, now throws it, has a man open, but it's behind him and knocked down, incomplete. Right at the sticks, Ike Friday was open there, Bob, but he just missed him.
And Brandon Chambers was in the vicinity as well. That was a dangerous pass. Mr. Ham getting pressured big time and threw that into some traffic. Jason McElwaney, I think, might now be happy that was not picked off, and we'll punt it away here.
It is 4th down and 3, so you hear the Farrell faithful beneath us screaming to watch for a fake or a hard count. Receivers, Jules Johnson, Danny Odom as well, standing at about their own 25-yard line awaiting this punt. High snap and able to get it off. It is a knuckleball punt that bounces at the 20-yard line, takes a Sharon Tiger bounce, and it's going to roll inside the 10 and down at the 9-yard line. So Farrell is going to have a long way to go here with 5:58 remaining in the first half.
So it's 0-0 right now, and you may be wondering, has Farrell Sharon ever ended in a 0-0 tie? Yes.
Wow.
Not once, not twice, 3 times. 1928, 1947, and 1962, all were 0-0 ties.
Long way to go, but for now, it is still scoreless midway through the second quarter. We're going to step aside, back after the 60-second timeout. It's the Steel Bowl on your home for the high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
Before considering investing in a variable annuity, you may want to make sure that you're exhausting the contribution limits of your 401k, IRA, or other qualified retirement plan. In the end, variable annuities are really a value judgment. Call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, to evaluate whether a variable annuity suits your objective at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. Member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. A registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. There is a surrender charge imposed generally during the first 5 to 7 years that you own the contract. Withdrawals prior to age 59.5 may result in a 10% IRS tax penalty, in addition to any ordinary income tax. The guarantee of the annuity is backed by the financial strength of the underlying insurance company. Investment sub-account values will fluctuate with changes in market conditions.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cashdollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Well, when you have two defensive juggernauts like you have between Sharon and Farrell, maybe no surprise that we've played a quarter and a half with no points on the board. Sharon with 2 first downs, Farrell with 4 first downs, a fumble and 2 punts for Sharon in their 3 possessions, a punt and 2 turnovers on down for Farrell in theirs. They're about to start possession number 4 for the Steelers inside their own 10, starting at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, really a field position battle here tonight, and another great punt here by Sharon.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 2 men in the backfield with Cabron Smith. He hands it off up the middle, kind of a hard handoff, but Johnson able to control it and fall forward past the 12 out to the 13-yard line, so a good gain of 4 yards running downhill.
And that was Cortez Nixon with the tackle. And right now, Johnson has been the basic offense right now of Farrell, excuse me.
Yeah, 11 carries for 60 yards here so far for the sophomore running back.
And we still do not see Bryson Roberson. That does not bode well for Sharon.
Again, power set, pitch to the near side for Johnson. Lots of room and blockers in front. Past the 20, he's got the first down and more. 25 cuts back inside, still going out past the 30 before he's jacked up at the 32-yard line. Big hit for Mike Friday, but that's a huge gain out to the 32. That's a 19-yard pickup.
Yeah, 19 yards, some big blocks up front. Harry Parker was one of those blocks, also Mercurio. And now Johnson with 81 yards rushing on 11 carries in his first half gives Farrell another first down.
5 minutes remaining here in the first half. All 3 timeouts remaining for the Farrell Steelers, by the way. They've done a majority. Actually, they have more rushing yards than they have total yards. Smith right now 3 for 6 for negative 3 yards. It's going to be another handoff for Johnson up the middle, tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Ball comes out, but he hit the turf, causing the fumble. LeBron Wilder tripped him up in the backfield.
Yeah, really a nice tackle there by Wilder. Because if he doesn't get his mitt on Johnson, he's getting more than 2 yards.
Somehow still picked up a couple of yards. Good job to maintain his balance long enough to fall forward and again get positive yardage. In fact, he's had positive yards on every carry except for the minus 2 yard rush that we thought that was not even going to count on the last possession. 4:05 remaining, 2nd down and 8, ball at the 34-yard line for Farrell. Direct snap, Smith is going to keep it himself, comes near sideline, got to the edge and got to the 40-yard line, but a flag thrown at the end of the play. For the moment, he's just shy of the first down, but I think this one might be coming back as well, Bob.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be as well. Be a pickup of the ball's out to the 40. And we'll hear, or actually out to about the 41.
Holding. Number 7. Farrell. 10-yard penalty.
No question, this one will be accepted. It'll be instead of 3rd down and 1. We'll see, where do they mark it from?
From the 41, from the spot.
Yeah, so the spot which was at the end of the run. So give him credit for those yards. But then 10-yard penalty moves it back to the 31.
The 10 yards were for who? Who ran that?
Oh, that was, excuse me, that was Jules Johnson again.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so he picked up
10.
7, right?
Yeah, 7, that's
Yeah.
right. And they lose 10 on the penalty.
And everybody moves except for the center to snap the ball, so it's going to be 5 yards further back. Well, let's see if Mr. Lombardi gives us a great call here.
Number 58, Farrell. 5-yard penalty.
So another flag on Farrell. And what looked like it might be a promising start to a drive, now with back-to-back penalties, pushes Farrell back to their own 26. And it'll be 2nd and 16.
Clock still running at 3:33 to go in the first half. Scoreless between Farrell and Sharon. Farrell will send 3 receivers to the left. Johnson to the left of Smith in the gun. He's going to look to throw. Steps back, coming to the near side. One-on-one coverage near side. And this is going to be thrown a little bit too far out in front of Samir Wade. Tight coverage on the near sideline as well.
That was Bishop Root. Boy, I tell you what, Bishop Root running stride for stride with Wade. Then you had Fromm that kind of slid over from the safety position as well with safety help. And no chance that time for Farrell to be 3rd and 16.
Wet conditions, windy conditions, every ball in the air is going to be an adventure. That one just maybe got caught up in the wind a little bit too to be too far out in front of Wade. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 16 now, ball at the 26-yard line. Farrell going on the wheel route, has a man open, it's going to be deflected and almost intercepted, as reading it perfectly from the safety position was Ethan Englemore.
Oh my goodness, that was nearly a big pick by Englemore. He stepped in front of that pass, got his hands on it, it popped up in the air, and with his speed, if he catches that, that could have been to the house. Instead, it'll be incomplete, and Farrell will punt it away.
Yeah, they were trying to find Johnson out of the backfield with the wheel route, and it was well designed and a good, well-thrown ball, really, but Englemore just read it perfectly. High snap on the punt, and having to go a step to his right was Smith before booting it away. It takes a Farrell bounce. This is going to get all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Farrell's diving on it like it touched a Sharon player. The officials are going to say otherwise, but that's a punt down to the 18-yard line.
So that'll be a punt of 56 yards.
56-yard punt down with 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. And we have another timeout on the field. We'll take a 60-second timeout as well on your home for high school football. It's Sports Radio 96.7.
When the finest cuts of meat combine with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub & Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub & Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Quickly back to the action. First play of the drive, a caper up the middle for Mr. Ham out to the 22-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards on first down. 8 carries for 35 yards now for Ham. Going back to that punt, a lot of Farrell faithful beneath us thought that the ball might have touched one of the return men for Sharon, but it looked like it kind of bounced right beside him, didn't quite hit anybody.
Yeah, I didn't think so. The officials didn't think so as well. So it'll be 2nd and 5 now. We're down to 2:20 to go in his first half.
2 receivers left, handoff, no keeper on the zone read, for Ham, and he is upended immediately. He's actually going to lose yards on the play.
Marion Norris with the big hit. It'll be a loss of a yard or so. Mr. Ham doesn't go backwards very often.
Yeah, Aiden Marshall was the first one in there that kind of made him sidestep, and then you're right, Marion Norris laid down the boom.
As clock winds, under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. We have no score, Farrell and Sharon.
Yeah, the box score, the scoring recap is going to be mighty quick.
And it's a case where Sharon would want to run some clock here if they can. And now they're going to call timeout.
They'll call timeout. We'll keep it right here on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7. Alongside Bob Greenberg, I'm James Dodson. Glad to have coverage here of the 70th Steel Bowl. Farrell with the best chance on their second drive, a 13-play drive, taking over 7 minutes off the clock. They get down inside the red zone, and then a couple of sacks to end the drive, and not able to put any points on the board. They then got a turnover and had the ball in plus territory to start their third possession of the game early in the second quarter, but again, the Sharon defense comes up strong, forcing a 4-and-out. The Sharon offense hasn't been able to get a whole lot going, just 2 first downs in their possessions so far, Bob. What do they need to do differently to get a little bit more going on the offensive front?
Well, I think at this point, I think Sharon is playing it close to the vest as we anticipated. This is really this style, this game is really up their alley. I mean, this is what they want. Running game, keep the ball away from Farrell. And Farrell right now, as we talked about, can their receivers get separation? And right now they have not been able to find much space. And Cabron Smith, not a lot of time to pass. This Sharon Tiger defense, I think at this point has the slight edge, but it is a rock'em sock'em affair up to this point.
And the way it's looking, it's probably going to be who's going to make the splash play, pardon the pun, with the wet conditions out there, who might be able to get the turnover at the right time. 1:41 remaining in the first half. Sharon facing a 3rd and 4 from their own 21-yard line. Trips to the right. Ham gets the snap, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get hit and dragged down for a sack, a 4-yard loss, and Farrell will take a timeout to stop the clock with 1:35 remaining.
And I think that was number 25, Otis Lowe, and that with the big sack.
The second sack of the game for the Farrell defense. First one resulted in a turnover. This one's going to result in the third 3-and-out of the game for Sharon.
So Farrell will get the ball back. They, of course, smartly calling a timeout to preserve some of this clock. And barring a booming punt, they should get the ball somewhere around midfield and maybe have a chance to break this scoreless tie.
Well, I've already seen a 48-yard punt earlier in the game from Chandler Maurice. We just saw a 56-yard punt from Cabron Smith for Farrell. So special teams has played big, not in the return game, but in the lack of a return game due to the big booms and the friendly bounces here on the turf here at Falcone Field.
Just doing some quick analysis here. The last time Farrell has not scored a point in the first half, August 30th, 2019, when they end up losing to Wilmington 40-0. So it's been 4 years, probably 50, 60 games or so.
4th and 10. High snap, having to go back on it is Maurice. They're able to get it. It's blocked. The punt is blocked and picked up on a bounce and run into the end zone for a Farrell touchdown.
I think that's Andrada with the recovery. I believe that's who that is. And the Farrell Steelers have scored here on the blocked punt. Return of about 12 yards by Andrada, and they lead here 6-0.
Did not see who came through on the far side to make the block there, Bob, but the high snap forced Maurice back. He had to try to quick kick it and couldn't do so quickly enough. Literally taken right off of his boot. It bounced perfectly up to Nick Andrada, and the senior had nothing but green in front of him.
Yeah, you could not have asked, and now there is, after the play, there's an injured Sharon Tiger, and it all started with the snap. It was high, and Maurice had a hard time handling it, and a little bit slow to get it off, and that allowed for the punt block, and we'll try to get that number, and then the ball went forward. Official clearly signaled it was a block, and then Andrada picks it up on one hop and returns it easily into the end zone. His second touchdown this year. One on defense, now one on special teams.
Had a fumble return for a touchdown earlier in the year. Yeah, right now tending to the injured player. Try to see if we can confirm.
I think that might be Maurice, the punter. I think. But devastating. You know, we talked about it, James, in pregame. Special teams, turnovers, difference in this game, and right now that has played out. And just moments, literally seconds after I gave the stat that Farrell had not scored, the string of them not scoring in the first quarter dated back 4 years and about 55 games, and they score.
I believe, watching the replay, thanks to the Facebook Live, believe it was Aiden Marshall, the freshman, coming on the edge who got the block.
Wow.
Looked like it was number 24 coming across the edge, and yes, it is the punter, Chandler Maurice, who got basically punter, blocker, and ball all hit at the exact same time, and they are taking their time tending to the injured Sharon Tigers. So why don't we do this? Let's step aside. We'll come back in a moment. 6-0. Farrell takes the lead on the block punt return for a touchdown. You're listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 96.7.
Inside, it's room temperature. July. Outside. It's so hot. Inside, yep, it's room temperature. We keep Mother Nature where she belongs. Outside.
Van Jack Heating and Cooling is a Luxair certified comfort expert dealer, servicing all of Mercer County. Van Jack services mostly all makes and models and has financing available. Call Van Jack Heating and Cooling for a free estimate or at vanjackheating.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
With assistance, but able to walk under his own power to get to the sideline is Chandler Maurice. Good to see that, but his punt blocked and returned 12 yards for a touchdown by Nick Andrada. 6-0 Farrell, and now on to attempt the conversion. Smith's going to bring a man in motion to join in the backfield. That's Johnson to the left, and it's going to be Chambers getting the handoff up the middle, and he's going nowhere, so the conversion run fails. Score remains 6-0. We'll keep it right here. 6-0 Farrell leads, and we talked about the defense is getting it done. Mr. Greenberg, it's not the defense, it's the special teams that gets the first points.
Yeah, just absolutely a huge play, and in a game that is as tight as this one, that could be the difference. Unbelievable. Block, punt, and return. And for Farrell this year, they have returned multiple plays for touchdowns. Interception returned by Juju Johnson. A couple fumble returns by Andrada. Now a kick return. Chambers has a kickoff return for a touchdown. And the biggest one right now by Nick Andrada.
And I had Nick Andrada for 2 fumble return touchdowns already. Now you throw in this blocked punt return for a touchdown. The ball just seems to find his hands, doesn't it, Bob?
No question about it.
So now a minute 28 left to go, and Sharon will receive the second half kickoff. Keep that in mind as well. Even more important how important that blocked punt for a touchdown was.
Talked to Jason McElhaney before the game, and he reminded me about the last time he was here. That was in the District 10 playoffs last year, and they lost a heartbreaker to Grove City, blowing a big lead in the fourth quarter. So not a lot of good thoughts, and I'm sure not a lot of good thoughts here the last few minutes.
End over end kick is going to bounce at the 20-yard line, take a wicked hop, having to go back on it was Root, but does collect it at the 15-yard line. Has some room at the nearest sideline, spins away from one tackler and gets out to the 31-yard line. Ooh, that opened up in a hurry, but then Farrell able to close the door just as quickly.
So 1:22 to go in this first half, and Sharon has 1 timeout remaining. I just noticed on the scoreboard where they have the beautiful Jumbotron scoreboard here, and they can type in the team's name. They have Farrell and them.
Yes.
Talk about a rival there. That's amazing.
We'll have to try to get a good shot of that. Wow.
Have you ever seen that?
No, that's a new one. I mean, that's some that team up north style right there. Ball's marked at the 30-yard line. Ham, tight formation, brings a man in motion. He's going to go zone read, handoff on the jet sweep to Harrison, trying to get to the outside. Somehow keeps his feet, breaks away from 1, 2, 3 tacklers before he's finally dragged down, ran a long way to lose a yard.
I'm sure Farrell, at least their players, have been reading all the accolades towards this Sharon Tiger defense this year and saying, hey, we're pretty good defense too. And they've come out and played very well here tonight, no question.
Well, both defenses, no blemishes tonight, but it's the special teams play, the only points of the first half. We're down to 45 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Farrell with the 6-0 lead on that blocked punt. 3 receivers to the left. There you go, pump fake, and now finally get the screen pass out to Harrison. He has to make a fingertip catch, but he's actually going to lose about 3 or 4 yards. And how about this? Coach Pegues is going to call timeout. Loss of 4 on that completion. Still 1 timeout remaining for the Steelers.
Yeah, so Farrell's going to try to save some time here with 34 seconds to go. And who knows, with Maurice, the good punter for Sharon, leaving injured, there could be some issues here for the Tigers, so we'll see how this plays out. But good strategy here by Farrell.
Yeah, or just to, hey, let's get some more pressure again, see if we can block another one. 34 seconds left. See if I can get it on our camera here for Facebook Live. There it is. Farrell versus them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. I love it, though. That is, it's like Ohio State week where they cross off all the M's across their campus there in Columbus. Hey, that's a fun little friendly rivalry to be able to have. And again, after you've been doing this for over 100 years, your 70th edition, you find fun ways to get into the head of the opponents, or just to have a little fun while you're at it.
Our producer, Art Shannon, a Farrell grad, just texted me and said, it's just them. That's the name. So here we go. Big third down now. 3rd and 15 for Sharon. Boy, this game has turned in a gnat's eyelash, to quote Bob Prince.
And a fumble on the snap, and there it is. It's recovered by Farrell. Mr. Ham was unable to get the snap, and guess who recovers it?
Is that Mr. Andrada again?
I think it was, 24 Marshall.
That was Marshall.
Either way.
Oh, my. What a major mistake by Sharon. A fumble. Just the snap looked like it was good. It just went through the hands. And we're talking about the conditions here tonight playing a factor. So Marshall with the fumble recovery. And he's also had a block kick. And now Farrell with 31 seconds to go. They have it at the Sharon 21-yard line.
And they still have a timeout remaining. 2 receivers each way for Cabron Smith. He drops back, looking to his right. Lost one towards the near sideline, leaping, juggling, and dropped. Had it for a moment and then lost it there was Chambers.
And he was a little down and out there around the 12-yard line, was going to try to get out of bounds, but couldn't bring it in. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now with 26 seconds to go in the half.
Farrell leading 6-0. It's all happened in the last, basically 1 minute of game time now. A block punt returned 12 yards for a touchdown, and then that fumble, the second Farrell takeaway of the game to go along with that blocked punt. Again, 2 receivers each way. Chambers slot right. Looking to his left, to his Smith. Now looking back right, has to scramble. Flag thrown in the backfield. A couple flags thrown. Now just running with it is Cabron Smith, and he's going to lower the boom. A big hit at the 15-yard line. Gain of 6, but this one is almost for sure coming back. Lots of laundry on the field.
Yeah, Mr. Ham was getting held that time in the backfield. He was trying to get his mitts onto Cabron Smith. And the flag sitting at the 29 right now. I think that might be the only flag. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, both officials, I think, seeing the same infraction on that play. Oh.
Oh, holding on the defense.
Number 3, Farrell. Those penalties offset.
So we have flags on both teams, holdings on both teams, and that will be offsetting penalties.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line.
And we're down to 15 seconds to go here. Farrell has 1 timeout remaining, so they could still do anything they really want with their offense.
Yeah, so I think they called C.C. Harrison for defensive holding, grabbing one of the backs coming out of the backfield. That was also a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. So trips left, 2nd and 10. Quick throw into the flat, caught in the backfield, trying to go one-on-one is Samir Wade, and he's going nowhere. Gang tackled back at the 22. That's going to be a loss of 1, and with 6 seconds left, Farrell will take their final timeout.
Wade played at Sharon as a freshman, so he knows some of these players, but he had no chance at all. And we have our final timeout of the half here for Farrell.
So 6 seconds left. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. Back in a moment. Steel Bowl action here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Well, it was a very fast-moving first half. It's come to a screeching halt with a couple of big plays for the Farrell Steelers. The block punt, return for a touchdown, and now one final play here to end the first half. 6 seconds remaining. It's 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 22-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Smith in the gun's going to get the snap. Looking to his right. Now has to step up in the pocket. Looks to run. Somehow gets away from one tackler, but then he's forced to run at this point, and he's going to get dragged down after a short gain. Give him about 5 or 6 yards to pad the stats, but the Sharon defense able to hold serve one last time, Bob.
Yeah, Brody Miller, among others, bringing Smith down. Nobody open downfield. And the first half has come to an end. And just making sure there's no issues down there as Farrell leaving the field. It looks like the teams are separating. We have no problems at all. And what a first half we saw.
We'll recap it all when we return. 6-0. Farrell leads them being the Sharon Tigers, at the halftime break. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Steel Bowl. You're on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100. The Social Security program allows you to start receiving benefits as soon as you reach age 62. The question is, should you? Monthly payments differ substantially depending on when you start receiving benefits. The longer you wait, the larger each monthly check will be, up to the age of 70. To review your Social Security benefit options, call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, at 724-458-5233, or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Not a lot of offense in that first half. 84 yards unofficially for Farrell in total offense, 49 for Sharon. It's the special teams score late in the first half. Nick Andrada returning a block punt, 12 yards for the game's only score. 6-0 Farrell leading Sharon here at the halftime break. I'm James Dodson with Bob Greenberg alongside. I mean, there's not much more to say. The turnovers ended up not hurting Sharon in the end. A couple of fumbles lost in that first half, but it's the special teams play and we thought it might just be one splash play here or there with the way these two defenses have played. The defenses have come to play. The offenses are struggling. Special teams getting it done.
Yeah, there's no question that Sharon dodged the proverbial bullet there at the end of that half after that fumble and could have went down 2 scores, which we talked about. Sharon is not really built to come back. They're a team that likes to run the ball, so their defense comes up big to keep them down only 6. And I'm sure from Jason McElwain's perspective, the loss of Bryson Roberson, we're trying to get a word on his injury, has been a big factor. But overall, Sharon Tiger defense has played very well. It's their special teams that keep up the only points.
Yeah, really. And you look at that one drive, the 13-play drive with 50-some yards. So you're talking about the other 4 drives. Farrell has had just about 30 yards worth of offense. And same thing. The issue with Sharon, though, they've had 5 possessions, 3 3-and-outs, a 10-play drive with a fumble, and a 3-play drive with a fumble. So the sustaining of the long drives, I think, for Sharon is what they're going to need to be working on offense. And the good news for them, they weathered the storm a couple of times with those turnovers, and they get the ball to start the second half at least.
It's a battle royale as we expected, a defensive struggle. My over 30 prediction for total points or under 30 prediction is right now holding pretty strong.
And the rain holding, well, not strong, but it is holding steady as we have the Sharon Tiger Marching Band serenading us here at the halftime break. Let's take another break ourselves. We'll come back, get you the full first half stats, and recap in the brief scoring summary that it is. Sharon against Farrell. Farrell leading 6-0 on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville. St. Paul's is hosting a personal care open house on Wednesday, October 25th from 2 to 4 p.m. or 6 to 8 p.m. Take a tour. Learn about their services, benefits, fee options, and admission guidelines. Reservations are recommended. Call 724-589-4667 and choose option 7. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen.
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
Your financial future could be everything you desire if you're willing to dream it, plan it, and do it. Those are 3 simple ideas, yet powerful when it comes to realizing your lifetime goals. A new home, funding a child's education, income for life. Creating the future of your dreams calls for action. And now it's easier than ever with the help of an advisor. Let David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, with Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, walk you through a process designed to help you pursue your goals. Stop by and visit Dave, Tim, and Eric at Cashdollar & Associates, LLC. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC, is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit HermansWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
6-0 your halftime score here from Falcone Field, Palica Stadium. I'm glad to be here for my first Steel Bowl ever. I'm James Dotson with Bob Greenberg. How many Steel Bowls have there been in your lifetime now, Bob?
Well, they have been playing this for a long time. I have to go back and look. Now, to be official, the first Steel Bowl officially wasn't 100 years ago. It wasn't named the Steel Bowl. This is the 70th time these two teams have played. The Sharon Steel Bowl trophy started in 1989, and I've been a part of a lot of them, probably almost all of them since then.
And that first game was a 6-6 score, and it's very possible we could be seeing that same sort of score line the way this is going.
No tie, though, this year.
No tie, though, this year. That is, well, thankfully, but the way these defenses are playing, we could be tied at 6-6 and go 15 of those words that we're not going to mention on the air, and we would still potentially be playing the way the defenses have gone so far today. 83 yards of offense for Farrell in the first half, 49 yards of offense for Sharon in the first half.
Some quick other individual numbers for Farrell. Juju Johnson, 14 carries, 88 yards. Brendan Chambers is a carry for 3 yards. Cabron Smith, 4 carries. He got sacked a couple times, -4 yards. Smith was 4 of 10 passing for -4 yards. Farrell penalized 3 times for 20 yards. Overall, Farrell, 18 rushes, 87 yards, 28 total plays for 83 yards offense. Sharon, Mr. Ham, 10 carries, 32 yards. Mr. Ham, 3 of 4 passing for 7 yards. Sharon flagged 3 times for 15 yards. Norris had a sack. Marshall had a big fumble recovery, or
he blocked a punt and he recovered a fumble. Yes.
Yes, and he did both. He had 2 big plays. Overall, Sharon had 45 yards rushing on 16 attempts, 7 yards passing, 52 total yards for Sharon on 20 plays in the first half.
One of 3 Saturday games in the area today, Bob. A couple of early kickoffs, including one we had here on Sports Radio 96.7. Grove City continuing to do what they do in a big win against Sharpsville. And big numbers yet again being put up there by the Eagles offense.
Yeah, 50-14. Just another huge game by the Grove City Eagles and their high-flying and high-tempo offense. Hunter Homan leading the way. Clayton Martin is our Reinhardt's player of the game. He had 4 big catches, 138 yards and a touchdown. Kind of an underrated player on that team, but he has been solid pretty much week after week, and gets the earned T-shirt today, which is great news.
And how about that was the post game giving the T-shirt, a good picture there. How about the pre-game picture with 3 of the 7 all-time 5,000-yard passers in Mercer County history all getting a picture together today?
Yeah, it was Colton Hoppin did our broadcast today. He was the first 5,000-yard passer in Mercer County history back in his days at West Middlesex, leading the Big Reds to the state championship his senior year. And he was on the game, and I thought it would be a cool picture with Hunter Homan and Colin Summers. 3 out of the all-time 7 is a pretty cool shot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mr. Hoffman is also saying, if I played in the offenses these days, 6, 7, 8,000 could have easily been doable. In the other game, Kennedy Catholic in a battle down the stretch, a score late, and ended up running out of time in the 1-score loss. Still looking for their first win on the season.
36-32 and a high-scoring affair up at Butalis Stadium. The rain was pouring down, but the points were pouring onto the scoreboard. But a tough loss for Kenny. The good news is they're definitely improving. Maplewood's not a bad team, so Kenny was pretty close to getting win number 1.
Rain coming down here, not a lot of points on the board. 6-0 your score. Farrell leading Sharon. The games last night, again, not many of them because we had the 3 Saturday games, but a lot of points on the scoreboard in those games as well, especially Wilmington, a huge region win last night, putting 50 on the board.
Yeah, that was a huge night. Ben Miller with 300-plus yards rushing, career high, and with 5 more touchdowns, 1 receiving. And the story of the night, of course, Mercer knocking off Lakeview from the teams of undefeated. A great win by Mercer, very emotional night up at Lakeview, 28-20, and the Pony Express backfield. I don't know if you saw my interview. The backfield for Mercer, Carter Addison, Damian Maddox, great athletes, great running backs. They've got the nickname the Pony Express. In my post-game interview, I asked Damian Maddox if he knew where that nickname came from, and he said he had no idea. Told him to Google Pony Express. He'll see SMU back in the early 90s, and hopefully he did that today because it's a big-time compliment.
And a great season that Mercer is having as well. I mean, they're now right there in the thick of things and showing what they can do. They've gotten better and better as this season has gone along as well. And the final score of the night, Hickory getting a victory at home as well.
Hickory 38-7, actually at Greenville.
That was on the road, you're right.
At Greenville, the story there, Hickory over 300 yards rushing. That's their best performance in, I think it was 4 years. So this is, Bill Dungy's talked about trying to find a running game as they get closer to the playoffs, and they grounded out last night. Morrison was big, and Kennedy was big as well. So a big night for Hickory as they get ready to go to Sharpsville next Saturday night.
And that'll be a big one to finish off their region play, and we'll figure out where teams are going to be going here for postseason here before we know it. What we need to do is we need to go to one more timeout. When we come back, we will have the second half kickoff of Steel Bowl 70, 6-0, Farrell leading Sharon on your home for high school football. It's Sports Radio 96.7.
December, outside. Inside, it's room temperature. July, outside. It's so hot. Inside, yep, it's room temperature. We keep Mother Nature where she belongs, outside.
Van Jack Heating and Cooling is a Luxair certified comfort expert dealer, servicing all of Mercer County. Van Jack services mostly all makes and models and has financing available. Call Van Jack Heating and Cooling for a free estimate or at vanjackheating.com.
Did you finance your last car purchase at the dealership? Are you frustrated by the high rate and expensive monthly payments? Affordable payments are here at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Refinancing is never a hassle and helps you save money with a lower rate and a lower monthly payment. Bringing your car loan to Grove City Area Federal Credit Union couldn't be easier. Go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
For over 50 years, Montgomery Truss and Panel has been providing quality wood products and services to the residential, commercial, and agricultural industries. They have grown from a small lumber and hardware store to one of the nation's leaders in wood truss and wall panel manufacturing. Their continued growth reflects our employees' commitment to provide the highest quality products with every order. Montgomery Truss and Panel Inc., 803 West Main Street, Grove City. Online at montgomerytruss.com. Montgomery Truss and Panel, proud supporters of Grove City High School athletics.
Did you finance your last car purchase at the dealership? Are you frustrated by the high rate and expensive monthly payments? Affordable payments are here at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Refinancing is never a hassle and helps you save money with a lower rate and a lower monthly payment. Bringing your car loan to Grove City Area Federal Credit Union couldn't be easier. Go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville. St. Paul's is hosting a personal care open house on Wednesday, October 25th from 2 to 4 p.m. or 6 to 8 p.m. Take a tour. Learn about their services, benefits, fee options, and admission guidelines. Reservations are recommended. Call 724-589-4667 and choose option 7. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Good performances out there from the Sharon Tiger and the Farrell Steeler marching bands. Teams back out there warming up, a couple minutes away from second half kickoff. Bob Greenberg, first I'll let you give a score update.
Pitt losing right now to Louisville 21-14 at the half. Getting multiple reports that the new quarterback, Christian Veillere, is doing an excellent job. And the best news about the Pitt game right now is my blood pressure is at a very much manageable pace not watching them. So
we're glad for that, though. You know, the typical Bob Greenberg rant, we're not going to have one of those this weekend because the Steelers are off.
That is, it's going to be a nice, quiet Sunday afternoon, me watching some football, but I do not have to go into my 3-hour diatribe on Twitter.
You know what? I don't know what I'm going to do with my Sunday now. That's a mainstay in the Dotson household every Sunday. As we're going to still, we got a couple minutes before the kickoff. Let's take one more 60-second timeout. We'll come back with second half kickoff. Farrell leading Sharon 6-0 here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Second half kickoff coming momentarily here in the Steel Bowl. How big is the Steel Bowl? It goes beyond Western Pennsylvania here in the Mercer County area. I mean, you heard Darren Steele last night on the again, no pun intended. That's Steele with an E, Darren Steele. He was talking on the scoreboard show last night, the fifth quarter show, about how he was down near the West Virginia border earlier in the week, and somebody mentioned the Steel Bowl going on this week and how cool that is. You know, we got Ty listening down south of Pittsburgh. I know Lee's listening down all the way in Virginia. You got lots of people watching and listening from far away to this great game and a great defensive slugfest. Here, a 6-0 score, and the only points coming on a blocked punt return for a touchdown.
And here we go for the second half as Farrell will kick off to Sharon. And we still do not have an update on Bryson Roberson, the standout linebacker, tight end, was injured early in the game. Do not believe he had returned. And Sharon coaches are on the other side, so we don't have the ability to chat with one of them.
But no, I've not seen a number 9 on the sideline since he went out there early in that second possession. It will be Farrell to kick off in their all-pink uniforms. Pink uniforms with the standard blue and yellow helmet. They'll be booting it away left to right here to start the second half as Mary Norris tees it up. Sharon returnmen standing at their 10-yard line in their road white uniforms with the black lids. End-over-end kick towards the near sideline is going to be taken right at the 19-yard line by Root, coming back towards the middle of the field. Cuts up the field, has some room, past the 35, trying to get to the corner and dragged down from behind. And if not for the hold on and wait for it job there down the stretch there by Marlon Norris, I think he might have been going for a long way.
So the Sharon Tiger offense back on the field. Tackles are Puga and Miller. The guards are Van Sickles. Norris, center is Bulick. The fullback is Ike Friday. The running back is Cortez Nixon. The wide receivers, Harrison and Root and Austin. The quarterback is Mr. Ham. And
looks like Logan Perks is who's in there to start at the tight end position here for this first possession in replacement of Roberson on the offensive front. Handoff for Nixon, only 3 carries for him in the first half. Not much room here, past the 40, out to the 42-yard line, gain of 3 on first down.
Farrell Steeler defense. The ends are Marshall and LaCamera. The tackles are Cheeks and Green. Linebackers Andrada, Harrison, and Norris. Secondary, Johnson, Chambers, Odom, and Wade. 2nd and 8 now for Sharon at their own 41. Farrell leads 6-0 early third quarter.
And only 52 yards of offense for Sharon in that first half. A couple of lost fumbles not helping to cause either. Zone read, and the keeper from Mr. Ham bounces off his own man and able to keep the possession and actually fight forward. And he's actually going to gain some yards on that play somehow. Gain of 1 out to the 42.
And right now, the thing I've seen the last possession or two, James, is Farrell's getting penetration. And Sharon had a little bit of success running the ball on that read option with Mr. Ham in the first half, but not having as much success here lately. His last 3 runs are -1, -3, and 1 yard.
Yeah, that zone read takes some time to develop. You can't develop it if you don't have the time because of the pressure right up the gut. And now some confusion on who's on the field, and the play call just now getting in with 8 seconds on the play clock. Sharon's got to hurry on this 3rd down and 7. Get up to the line now with 3 on the play clock. They snap it in time. Ham rolling out to his left. The right-hander throws, and it's going to be in and out of the hands. That was an easy pick. If you ask the defender, he thinks he should have had it. Rashawn Dunbar somehow had it go off his pads and down.
Oh, my goodness. That'll be one that Rashad will be thinking about it long into the weekend. And it'll be 4th down now for Sharon and about 7. And they will go 3 and out here on their first drive of the 3rd quarter. We are being told Bryson Roberson is on the sideline. And at this point, obviously being held out of the game. His injury is, at this point, unknown.
So punting it away on 4th down and 7. Another high snap. Able to almost get another block as coming off the edge was Aiden Marshall. He got the block that led to the touchdown and nearly got a second one. Punt is down at the 30-yard line, so that's going to be a punt of just 38 yards, and 1st and 10, Sharon will take over.
10-14 to go here in this 3rd quarter. And with a win tonight, looking at the standings, you have, just get these real quick. I'm not guessing. Oh, you have them in front of you. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Farrell with a win tonight would have a 2-game lead with 1 to go, which means they will clinch the region title tonight with a win.
Currently holding a 6-0 advantage. Their first possession here of the second half. Cabron Smith 4 for 10, but for negative passing yards. He's going to run it to the near side. Has some room out past the 30, out to the 35-yard line before he's whipped down by Cortez Nixon.
And Smith picks up 6 yards on the play. Farrell offense up front, Mercurio, Parker, Cheeks, Green, and LaCamera. The wideouts are Odom, Norris, Wade, and Chambers. Johnson, the running back. Cabron Smith, the quarterback. Smith came in tonight needing 88 yards to reach 4,000 for his career. He has -4 right now in this ballgame.
Yeah, incredible for all the stuff that he has done, all the accolades, the big numbers, and he's actually further away to that all-time mark. He's going to keep it again, call his own number, lowers his shoulders on the right edge, and he's going to drag tacklers forward past the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. A couple of gains of 7 and 7 again, it looks like.
So Cabron Smith with 14 yards on back-to-back runs, moves the chains. Really haven't run him in a designed play up to this point, but they are now a little tweak to the Farrell offense, and it's worked for a 1st down.
Mark it at the 43-yard line. Farrell going left to right as you watch on the line on Facebook Live. Glad you're there. Glad you're listening to us, whether it's on Sports Radio 96.7, on the iHeartRadio app, or the 96.7 app. Pistol set this time. Smith now will bring Juju Johnson to his right. He'll get the handoff. That's his own read keeper for Smith, and this time well read. Cortez Nixon is going to hold him up and then gang tackle Dre Norris coming to finish him off. That'll be a loss of 1.
Oh, yeah, there was not much there at all. And it will be a loss of a yard.
And Norris, Miller, and Root on that defensive front. Cortez Nixon, LeBron Wilder, Ike Friday at the linebacker position. We've seen a lot of Camden Dye in there in the replacement of Bryson Roberson. Bishop Root, Rakeem Hughes, C.C. Harrison, and Angelo Frum in the secondary. Basically been a no-fly zone defensively for both teams here so far. Trips to the left on 2nd and 11 for Smith. He's going to go zone read again. This time gives it to Johnson on the left edge, and not much room at all. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it before Brody Miller drags him down.
Yeah, a rare no pickup there, maybe a half yard for Johnson. So 3rd and 10 now for Farrell at their own 43-yard line. 8:15 to go in this 3rd quarter. Farrell leads 6-0.
Yeah, that first down to start this drive was only the 6th first down of the game for Farrell. Sharon only has 2, and they both came on the same drive back in the first half. 2 receivers each way now on 3rd and 10. Smith is going to bring Chambers in motion. They're going to swing it right back out to him on the near sideline on a little quick pass, and again, negative yardage on the pass play. A loss of 3 as that one fooled nobody.
And that didn't fool Ike Friday, who led the charge there to bring Chambers down. And another negative pass. And Farrell will have to punt it away here on 4th and 13 from their own 40.
Here's a crazy stat. Farrell leading 6-0, but they are 0 for 7 on third downs.
How about that stat?
So now it'll be Cabron Smith to punt it away. Return men standing at their own 35-yard line. Sharon almost got in for a potential block punt, and it's going to be a muff punt as losing his footing as he went for the fair catch was the Sharon returner, and it looks like Farrell's on top of it.
And they do recover it. Oh my goodness. Total disaster for Sharon. I think it was Englemore, the punt returner. He fair caught it, and then he slipped there momentarily, and then the ball hit off his shoulders or his hands, and it gets recovered by Farrell at the 30-yard line. Another turnover for Sharon.
And once he slipped, it was like he didn't know whether he should try to catch it or try to get out of the way, and he basically tried to smother it like a grenade, and it just bounced away enough that he couldn't do anything with it. So for the third time tonight, Farrell will start in plus territory. 7:05, the clock is running, it shouldn't be. They get the snap, handoff, Johnson up the middle, good kick out block, and he's got room to run inside the 20, down to the 15, inside the 10-yard line. Ball's loose though. Sharon says they have it, and they do. Sharon, bend, don't break, they get it right back.
I think it was Bishop Root with the recovery, so a huge turnover right back by Farrell. Johnson with a huge run, gets hit, ball pops out, and Sharon will recover at their own 7-yard line, a huge fumble.
Wow, so give a 22-yard pickup and then the fumble. So they enter the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone, and then they give it up just like that. Wow, the ebbs and flows here in the Steel Bowl tonight.
Unbelievable. So Sharon gets the ball back at their own 7. And they trail just 6-0.
Their defense has done the job a couple of times when they've been put in tough positions. Can their offense make a big play on it? Getting out past the 10, out to the 11-yard line on this first down carry. That was number 1 getting it. That's LeBron Wilder, his second carry of the evening. Mark it out at the 12, so that's a good pickup of 5 yards on first down. At least get a bit out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
6:30 to go here in this third quarter.
The rain continues to fall here in Mercer County. Tight formation. It's the modified T formation. 3 running backs in the backfield. Third man through is Cortez Nixon. He's going to fall forward past the 15 out to the 16-yard line. He'll be short by 1 yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up from the 19-yard line. Or excuse me, from the 16-yard line.
It'll be a big play here. Sharon, kind of as you had mentioned, the ebb and flows of this game, the momentum has gone back and forth.
Nixon averaging just shy of 10 carries per game. That was only his 5th carry for 9 yards here on the evening. 3rd down and 1, T formation again. 3 running backs behind the quarterback Ham in the gun, who pitches it and becomes a lead blocker. Nixon tries to get to the outside. He's upended. It's going to depend on the spot, but initial mark looks like he's going to be just short.
I don't think he got anything. Great penetration there. So it'll be 4th down now for Sharon at their own 16-yard line. They've had all kind of punting problems. And Jason McElwain is going to apparently punt the ball away here.
I mean, it's tough. Your defense has played well. Yeah, the book probably says punt, but you're right. You've had 1 blocked and 1 nearly blocked. The snaps have been the biggest issue, taking a while to get back to the punter, Chandler Maurice. By the way, glad that he is back after being injured on that block punt earlier. Better snap this time. Maurice able to get it off. End over end punt going back on it. Look at this one travel across midfield. Bounces. It's going to get all the way down to the 32-yard line, and it's still rolling. And now finally we'll be down at the 32.
52-yard punt. And there's a flag down as well. Way back at about the Sharon 25-yard line. And if this is on Sharon, that's going to be potentially negate a big punt. It's here from Joe Lombardi.
During the return, blocking it back. Number 53.
Wow, it's a
Sharon.
wait, a block in the back on Sharon.
First down, Farrell.
I thought he said during the return, but either way, block in the back on Sharon is going to make it 10 yards further down the field for Farrell.
I'm not sure why Farrell would accept that penalty. I'd want him to punt it again. It's a 54-yard punt.
Well, if it's during the return, if it's after the punt, I'm not sure they have that option.
Which it's hard to believe that the block in the back had it to 30, but we'll find out. There's still a discussion going on by the officials.
And that's exactly what Coach Pegues is trying to say. He wants them to go back the other way.
And they're going to make him punt again.
I think now we're going to get the announcement again from Joe Lombardi. 6-0 to score with 4:40 remaining in the third quarter.
During the kick, that's a PSK foul. So it's a re-kick, it's a 10-yard penalty. Fourth down, Sharon.
So there you go. So it is it won't be a 10-yard penalty anymore. The ball was at the 16-yard line.
It'll be half the distance. And actually, the chains had already moved.
Yeah, so now they're going to have to do that again.
I think the ball was at the 16.
Yeah, the scoreboard says the 21, but I had it at the 16.
That's where I had it as well.
Well, they have the little note cards, and they should have it all written down. And, of course, the all-star crew.
And the ball is they're actually measuring it from the 21. And I believe the ball was at the 16.
Yeah, they're at the, based on where they had it marked, it would be that was already a first down. Well, nonetheless, we believe the ball should be at the 8, and they're going to mark it at the 11. So a free 3 yards, basically, for Farrell, but nonetheless, you're going to have to punt it away again with Chandler Maurice in his own end zone.
That's a huge penalty.
And it negated what? A 52-yard punt.
And the mistakes adding up now for the Sharon Tigers. And at this point, they're only down 6-0, which you think about the turnovers and the mistakes and the offense being stopped by this Farrell defense. They got to be happy they're only down 6-0.
Yeah, 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles and a muffed punt, plus a blocked punt return for a touchdown. Able to get this one out from in his own end zone, but not nearly as good of a punt. Taken on a bounce near midfield by Jules Johnson. Evades one rusher, evades another to the 40, to the 35. Breaks away from tackle to 30, to the 25, the 20, and knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So instead of letting it bounce this time, Bob, he picks it up and returns it about 36 yards inside the red zone. But there is a flag back at the 34-yard line,
I believe. And there's the flag as well, so you're right. And talk about a change of field position.
Illegal block in the back on Farrell, number 11.
So that's going to negate, the flag is on Farrell, illegal block in the back. It'll be marked from the 35. So getting a little bit sloppy here in this third quarter.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. These two teams have had their issues with the penalty flag at times over the course of this season. They avoided it for the most part tonight, but that penalty basically negates all of that 32-yard return.
And then when it's all said and done, after the initial punt, they still picked up yardage when the initial flag was on Sharon. But Farrell will get it back in Sharon territory yet again. I think this is their 4th possession. They will start in Sharon territory.
Yeah, they did pick up about 25 yards from having them re-kick it. Power set, toss to the left for Johnson, trying to get to the outside, and he's not going to be allowed to get there. Swarming Tigers defense, Brody Miller and company for a loss.
Yeah, we've said Brody Miller's name a lot here tonight. This is, as we mentioned a few times, Sharon without Bryson Roberson, their standout junior linebacker, got injured early in this game, and he has not returned.
Jules Johnson fumbled on his previous touch before that one, but he's now got 17 carries, 110 yards unofficially on the evening. 6-0 Farrell lead. We're down to 3:45 remaining in the third quarter. Second down and 11. Handoff again for Johnson. Big hole up the middle, but it's closed quickly. Still falls forward close to the 40-yard line before Wilder makes the hit. Gain of 5 will make this a 3rd down and manageable. 3rd and 6.
Clock continues to wind here. 3:25 to go, third quarter, 6-0. Farrell leads Sharon. A win for Farrell would clinch the Region 3 championship. As they would go to 8-0, the only undefeated team left in Mercer County, and with Southern Columbia losing last night, good chance Farrell could be ranked number 1 in the state in 2A by the end of the weekend.
3 minutes remaining, 3rd down and 6. Backwards pass to the near side to Chambers, trying to get to the corner. It's a foot race. He's going to be upended right at the sticks. Going to depend on the spot. And it looks like he's got enough to move the chains.
Where's the ball at? And he didn't get the first down. So he needed to get the 35, and that's where he got.
So give it 6 yards on a backwards pass. So a 6-yard run technically for Chambers. The second carry of the game for the running back turned receiver.
So a big first down there for Farrell. As they're down now to the Sharon 35-yard line.
How about that, though? After being 0 for 7, Bob, that's the first 3rd down conversion of the game for the Steelers. Direct snap and design run the whole way for the quarterback, Cabron Smith, and he literally drags a defensive lineman on his back for an extra 5-6 yards inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Gain of 7.
And Cabron Smith has been running the ball more here in this second half, much more effectively as well. 7 yards on first down at 2nd and 3.
4th carry of the half. Averaging 5 yards per carry on those runs in the second half. He's got 2 receivers each way. Jules Johnson in the slot to the left. Again, a design run, this time to the right side, trying to get to the corner. Smith does. He's upended at the 25, down to the 23-yard line, but more laundry on the field is going to push the pink jerseys of Farrell back.
That's going to be a holding on Farrell.
Number 8, Farrell. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
5th penalty of the game against the Farrell Steelers. 5 penalties for 40 yards. And every time things start to go right, Farrell unable to capitalize. A couple of trips in the red zone, no points. Last one they got down inside the 10 on a long run, but then fumbled it away on that long carry right after a turnover that they had gotten. Things that's not going the way of the Steelers, though they have a 6-0 advantage. Penalty moves it back out to the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 13. Again, another design run. New quarterback in there, though, on this carry. It's Samir Wade taking a wildcat snap inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 9.
Yeah, Wade is a 1,000-yard rusher at Kennedy last year at playing quarterback. So he's got experience doing that.
15th carry of the season.
Picked up 9. Make it 3rd down and 4 now for Farrell, down to the 29. 1:35 to go, 3rd quarter. Farrell leads 6-0.
Yeah, 3rd and very manageable. Johnson again in the slot to the left, 2 receivers each way. Smith, again, design run the whole way, right up the gut. He's got the first down. He's inside the 20, makes a man miss the 15, to the near pylon, touchdown, Farrell.
29 yards for Cabron Smith. And the Farrell Steelers have taken a 12-0 lead here. It was 1:17 to go in the 3rd quarter.
It was Samir Wade. It was Samir Wade again.
It was Samir Wade.
So Samir Wade will get his first rushing touchdown of the season out of the Wildcat. How about that for a little wrinkle right at the right time?
I knew these uniforms would get me once.
Hey, we lasted almost 3 full quarters.
But what a play by Samir Wade. 27 yards, touchdown. Farrell now up 12-0 with 1:17 to go in the 3rd.
And they will go for 2 again. First offensive touchdown of the game. For sure it's Cabron Smith, number 2, not number 7, at the quarterback position this time. Throw over the middle is going to be a little behind the target, knocked away at the last second. Coming over to knock it away was Lamont Austin. But Farrell strikes first offensively to go with their special teams touchdown. They lead Sharon 12-0 late in the 3rd quarter here on Sports Radio 96.7.
I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Did you finance your last car purchase at the dealership? Are you frustrated by the high rate and expensive monthly payments? Affordable payments are here at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Refinancing is never a hassle and helps you save money with a lower rate and a lower monthly payment. Bringing your car loan to Grove City Area Federal Credit Union couldn't be easier. Go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Well, no Warner's Homes and Improvement fifth quarter show at the end of this one, though we will have post-game show coming up at the end of this one. We'll give out our Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, our Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game awards as well. And a couple good nominations, the block punt for a touchdown, but how about that? Samir Wade back-to-back carries for a little bit of a splash and just a little bit of an extra spark right up the gut. His first rushing touchdown of the year.
No question about it. And we talked about his resume. He's got over 1,500 yards rushing in his career. So he knows how to run. He knows how to score. And a little wrinkle to this Farrell Steeler offense in a crucial time gives Farrell a 12-0 lead.
And it ignites the crowd a little bit as well. Gets them screaming from underneath their umbrellas and tents here in the stadium. Again, unfortunate with the weather. It is still a pretty nice crowd out here, must say, though can only imagine what it would have been had this been a Friday night game or just a Saturday night, not amidst a mini hurricane, so it feels like. Ball is squibbed, and it's actually hit by an up man, and it's going to be recovered by Farrell. Another Sharon turnover, the second one on special teams. It hit an up man and then recovered by a sliding Farrell Steeler right up the gut.
And I don't think that was intentional. I think it was just a kick that hit the up man. Up man had no chance. It bounced off him. And now Farrell, they smell blood right now. They lead 12-0. They have it at the Sharon 44.
Fifth possession tonight, Bob, that has started in Sharon territory.
What a disaster for the Sharon Tigers, but Farrell, they are playing and taking advantage of the conditions, and you can start see their energy now on their sideline as well.
Turnovers, we knew were going to play a big factor in this game, especially with the weather. That's 4 Sharon turnovers and a blocked punt in the game. As a direct snap up the middle, this time it's Juju Johnson's going to get the carry, maybe a gain of 1 or 2. That's it on the direct snap.
And we're down to a minute to go here in this third quarter. And got to be frustrating on the Sharon side right now. Not really able to move the ball offensively, and the turnovers are piling up here tonight.
And the defense has been out there quite a lot at this point as well, especially here in the third quarter. Cabron Smith again will go out into the slot, so another Wildcat snap coming. For the Farrell offense, it's going to be Samir Wade, and he is sandwiched right there in the middle. 54 and 55 combining on that tackle. Dye and Miller, the bread in that Samir Wade sandwich.
Yeah, not much there, and Farrell will not have to run a ball if they don't want to, and they won't.
Yeah, they'll take it to the sideline and take it to the fourth quarter. That's where we will go as well after this timeout. Farrell leading Sharon 12-0 at the end of 3. It's the 70th edition of the Steel Bowl here on Sports Radio 96.7.
And is a tax-deferred retirement savings program for self-employed individuals. Previously known as KEO or HR10 plans, they are now known as SEP IRA, Simple 401k, or Self-Employed 401k, and are established for self-employed individuals. For more information about these plans, please call David O. Cashdollar, CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar, CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery, CFP, at 724-458-5233, or stop by 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 160 6127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. Distributions from traditional IRAs and employer-sponsored retirement plans are taxed as ordinary income, and if taken prior to reaching age 59 and a half, may be subject to additional 10% IRS tax penalty.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter install.
12 minutes on the clock. Here comes fourth quarter action. Farrell leading 12-0, but they have a 3rd down and 7 coming up from the Sharon 41-yard line.
Here's a couple key stats here in this game. Farrell with 179 yards rushing now, 115 by Jules Johnson, 172 total yards. You can do the math. They have -7 passing yards. Sharon just 65 total yards in this game, only 58 yards rushing. And right now, the battle of the defenses, a lot of talk about Sharon. Farrell right now playing at a higher level.
Still waiting for our media timeout to come to a close. And, I won't even say that Sharon is playing poorly defensively. It's the special teams that's been the big key. 2 special teams turnovers. A muffed punt, the ball hitting an up man on this latest kickoff, and, of course, the blocked punt for a touchdown that got everything started back in the late stages of the first half. But now 3rd down and 7. Smith in the gun, 2 receivers each way. Running to the left, actually it is Wade who is taking the Wildcat snap again, inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line before he is knocked down. Needed 7, got 5.
And here's another big play here in this football game. 4th down and 2 for Farrell at the Sharon 36.
And they are keeping the offense out there. They've trusted in their defense as well. Ball on the left hash. They need 2 full yards to move the chains. They need to get inside the 34. 2 receivers each way, and it is Wade in the Wildcat again, and we got movement up front.
Yep, somebody moved. That's a big flag on Farrell. It's going to cost them 5 yards. False start.
Marion Norris, who lined up in the backfield. He was trying to be the lead blocker and try to get started a little bit too soon. So now 4th and 7. Do you change your tone here at all? Do you consider punting it and trying to pin them deep? Doesn't look like it.
No, that's an interesting question. I think something to consider, but Farrell, they're sticking with their offense right now. Going to try to get this first down on 4th and 7.
They will go for it. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cabron Smith back in the gun. He's dropping back, looking to throw. Looking right. Now fires it down the middle of the field. Has Wade creasing up, and he's got it at the end zone. Touchdown, Farrell on 4th and 7. A 41-yard touchdown pass. There is laundry on the field after the play.
Samir Wade with a 41-yard touchdown catch. We think it's 18-0. The flag on the field
came very late.
The flag is in the end zone. Might be maybe an unsportsmanlike.
Touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 7, Farrell.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Samir Wade, doing a celebration in the end zone. I hate that rule. Let the kids celebrate a little bit. But either way, the touchdown stands. It's now 18-0. What a pass by Cabron Smith.
Especially when you consider Cabron Smith was 5 for 11 for -7 yards prior to that one. You couldn't have put it more on the money, right down the middle of the field, hitting it in stride, catching it basically right at the goal line. 18-0 on that 41-yard pitch and catch with 10:48 remaining in the ball game. Farrell again lining up to go for 2. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
What a dagger there by the Farrell Steelers. 4th down, 19th touchdown pass of the year for Cabron Smith.
And the fourth caught by Samir Wade. He's got one rushing and receiving now. Going for two. Throw to the near side. It's going to be caught and walking into the end zone easily is Danny Odom for the conversion. Makes it 20-0. Farrell over Sharon. Back in a moment. Farrell controlling it now here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
December, outside. Inside, it's room temperature. July, outside. It's so hot. Inside, yep, it's room temperature. We keep Mother Nature where she belongs, outside.
Van Jack Heating and Cooling is a Luxair certified comfort expert dealer, servicing all of Mercer County. Van Jack services mostly all makes and models and has financing available. Call Van Jack Heating and Cooling for a free estimate or at vanjackheating.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Well, last two drives for Farrell, both starting in plus territory after turnovers, and they make them count. A 45-yard scoring drive, a 44-yard scoring drive, both four-play scoring drives. Touchdowns by Samir Wade, a 27-yard run, and then this one, a 41-yard pass on fourth down from Cabron Smith makes it 20-0. Farrell over Sharon. 10:48 remaining. We kind of talked about it off the air before the game. If Sharon gets down by multiple scores, that's the concern because they're not a team that is traditionally going to strike quickly with their run-first offense. Now they have to be a real change of game plan, trailing by 3 scores.
Yeah, it's the turnovers have been huge. Sharon only had 4 turnovers this year.
4 tonight, right?
4 tonight. And the stat that Professor Briggs dug up, Farrell 49-2 in their last 51 games when winning the turnover battle. And they are winning that and then some here tonight. Farrell leads 20-0 with 10:48 to go in the game.
Now, after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the touchdown, this kickoff will come from the 25-yard line. So Sharon with a chance to get some good field position to start their next drive. But their offense, well, Bob, it struggled tonight. What would you say at the end of the quarter? 61 yards of offense?
65 yards.
65.
Yes.
Tigers need to find some sort of spark because the Farrell defense.
Right here would be they would get it on maybe a return.
Yeah, they have had some nice returns in the kick game so far, and they're going to go with a little sidewinding kick. Outside turns into a little onside kick, and that had went 10 yards, went off the hands of a Farrell player, but he could not keep it in bounds. Nemo Jones nearly got an onside kick. I'm not sure if that was intentional either, Bob, but it almost worked out.
Yeah, almost. Instead, Sharon will get the ball in great field position at the Farrell 39-yard line.
Yeah, by far the best field position that Sharon has had. They will get it right where it went out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
So as Joe Lombardi says, by rule, the ball was placed where it went out of bounds when touched by the kicking team. So Sharon with a great opportunity here. They only have 10:48 to go in this game. They're down 3 scores.
Their best starting field position prior to this was at their own 42-yard line. So can the Tigers capitalize? They've only been in Farrell territory once prior to this. LeBron Wilder is going to be in there to the left of Mr. Ham, and they took too long to get off the sideline. Delay a game.
And I'm not sure Jason McElhaney right now, very frustrated.
I think they only had 10 guys out there, didn't know who was going out at the running back position.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the field. I count unless somebody came on late.
Yeah. Number 1 came on late, did Wilder. So now 1st and 15 from the 44-yard line. Farrell crowd getting loud, trying to egg on their defense. Throw down the middle of the field, coming back towards, and it's going to be knocked away. Great tight coverage by Brandon Chambers to knock it away and avoid the interference.
Yeah, C.C. Harrison was the intended receiver, and Chambers just kind of ran through the receiver there. Good coverage. And it'll be 2nd and 15.
Give me another score update while we have a moment. Thanks, Eric. How about 24-3 Notre Dame over USC? The Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams, 3 interceptions in that game. Right here, it's 20-0 early fourth quarter. Sharon trailing, but has possession. Scrambling out of the pocket is Ham, being chased from behind, avoids one rusher, gets inside the 40, breaks away from another, and gets knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and manageable now. That's a 9-yard pickup for the quarterback.
And I think he went, did he go out of bounds? I believe he did, so the clock stops.
Yeah, then it's still 10.5 minutes left, but every time you can stop the clock at this point for Sharon, you basically have to, and now you say that, the clock is running. So never mind, he did not get out of bounds. Clock winds down to 10:15 remaining. 3rd down, 7 to go. Ball to 36-yard line of Farrell. Play action on the jet sweep. Rolling to his right is Ham. Has a lot of room in front of him. He'll tuck and run. He's got the first down and definitely gets out of bounds here. Inside the 30, mark it down at the 26-yard line to move the chains.
Boy, he had a receiver down the field. Did he? Mr. Ham did not see him. Did get the first down, though, which is the good news. But maybe he had a chance to get a bigger play as the ball moves down to the 26.
Give them a gain of 10. How about this, though? That's their first 3rd down conversion and their first down since midway, or right at the end, I should say, of the first quarter. Ham again flush from the pocket, has a man open on the far sideline, going down to his knees to make the catch is Root. Bishop Root making his 2nd catch down at the 21-yard line, just outside of the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
So 2nd down now and 5 for Sharon.
They're quickly up to the line. They've already snapped it. Throw on the quick slant is going to be knocked away again. Tight coverage, and Marion Norris says no thank you. Knocks it away from Lamont Austin. A tight coverage, and again, going through the receiver, but not going through the receiver at the same time.
Yeah, it was really good coverage there. Was able to really make a good play on the ball. So now it's 3rd down and 5. As Sharon needs to get to about the 16-yard line with 9:25 to go in the game. Farrell leads here 20-0.
3rd and 5, Ham gets the snap. 3rd straight pass attempt. He's going to get flush in the pocket, though. Flag on the play in the middle of the line. He's trying to direct traffic, throws it back over the middle of the field, and it's going to be knocked away. Dangerous throw into the midst of the pink defense. 4th and 5, or they might push him back with this holding penalty definitely coming up. And they also have Mr. Ham slow to get up on the play.
Yeah, no question. There's a holding. Now Ampagese being asked what he wants. I think he's going to push him back. I'd rather have 3rd and 15 than 4th and 5 if I'm...
I mean, especially when Sharon has had, 70 yards of offense at this point throughout the course of the game.
Exactly.
So they will push him back. So 10 yards from the spot should make this back at the 31-yard line. A couple of Farrell players and a Sharon player going at it, blocking.
Yeah, it's you don't want any of that stuff to happen late in a game like this.
Like Bishop Root, Danny Odom in amongst the extracurriculars. Cooler heads prevail. Hankey stay in the pocket. It's a 3-yard gain for Smith. The clock keeps running now. 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. I was going to say, after that long pass, by my numbers, if they had thrown a touchdown pass from the 9, he would have hit 4,000 yards on the nose. Well, now he's got a chance because one of the receivers, Samir Wade, maybe he knows that too, as he moves too quickly on the far side. False start will push him back. That is the 7th or 8th penalty? 8th penalty of the game against the Farrell Steelers.
So that Mo will be back to the 11, so he needs, I'm at 80 yards. What do you have him at?
I'm at 79.
Okay, so he needs 9 or 8 yards here. We'll go with whoever is closer.
Well, just make it 11 right here and make it easy for us.
trying to join the 4,000-yard club.
Clock winds at 4:44 remaining. Second and goal from the 11. And Smith will not throw it because he's slot left. Instead of design run for Wade up the middle. Nice sidestep at the 7. Gets down inside the 5. Close to the goal line and knocked down just short. Mark him down at the 1. 10-yard pickup. Samir Wade all in the second half. 6 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown. And now we got whistles at the end of this play.
And is there a flag? There is a flag right next to the ball, I think. And they're getting a little bit chippy now as the game is pretty much no longer in doubt.
Before the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 13, Farrell.
Before the play.
Correction, number 3.
So they, after the play, is what he meant. Jules Johnson with an unsportsmanlike. So that's the second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the game. So 10 total penalties now against the Steelers. This will move them back to the 16-yard line. So Wade got an unsportsmanlike after his touchdown. And Johnson, who I thought he was the one who was taking care of making sure that his teammate didn't get a foul on the previous play with the scuffle in the corner of the end zone. Now he's the one whistled for the unsportsmanlike conduct here.
Yeah, this is the last thing that we want this game to unravel to, but Farrell now will be 3rd down and goal from the 16. They lead 20-0. Farrell on their way to the region championship.
Rashawn Dunbar to the left of Cabron Smith in the gun on 3rd and goal from the 16. Going to bring a man in motion. Handoff forward to Chambers, and he's got nowhere to go. Does a pirouette, now comes back again to the near side. Inside the 15, inside the 10. Barely gets tripped up. He almost crawled his way to the end zone on all 4s. Down at the 4-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Picks up 12 yards when he probably should have got nothing. And now we have another injury on the field. It looks like it's a cramp for a Sharon Tiger player with 3:45 to go.
And how crazy is this? The snap being a little bit, off. I think that might have been intended to be a pop pass forward. So instead of 12 yards and your 4,000 yards, he actually handed it off. So it does technically, at least in our book, again, our very unofficial book, go down as a 12-yard carry there for Chambers to get down to the 4-yard line. 3:45 remaining. Let's take another 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Get it all done at One Stop Mail in Hermitage. One Stop Mail is your go-to destination for all your mailing and shipping needs. From fast and efficient packing to reliable shipping services, One Stop Mail's got you covered. Plus, their printing and copying services will help you leave a lasting impression. Experience convenience and top-notch customer service all under one roof. Visit them today and simplify your mailing experience at One Stop Mail. One Stop Mail, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage, or follow them on Facebook.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Sharon Tiger player getting helped to his feet and will walk off under his own power.
LeBron Wilder.
Get cramped up at the end of that play. 3:45 remaining. Farrell leading 20-0. Over Sharon here in the 70th edition of the Steel Bowl. And the Farrell defense pitching a shutout and holding Sharon currently under 100 yards of total offense. But they want to punch one more in with their own offense. 4th down and goal from the 4. 2 backs in the backfield with Cabron. He's going to go and look and get a audible from the sideline. Coach Pegues calls in a new play. Still 10 on the play clock. Smith gets the snap. Going to pitch it to Johnson on the right. Tries to get to the corner. Now cuts inside. Looking for the goal line. He's not going to get there. Dragged down from behind at the 2.
That was Brody Miller again. Cortez Nixon as well. Did not let Johnson get in. So Farrell will be stopped at the 2-yard line. Sharon will get the ball back.
But that drive took over 5 minutes off of the clock. And even when they haven't scored on these long drives there, Bob, again, deep in their own territory, starting at their own 2-yard line, it looks like. They'll mark it at the 3 officially. Stun at your own 3, not the way that you're going to be able to get much done.
In the last 50 years, I'll give you this stat in a moment.
Handoff up the middle from the shadows of their own goalpost, and barely getting out of the end zone is Nixon on the handoff. Loss of a yard back to the 2.
In the last 50 years, in the history of this series, dating back to 1973, Farrell has had 2 shutouts against Sharon. 1978, 18-0, and then in 2013, 12-0. This will be the 3rd in that stretch. There's been previous shutouts back in the 40s, but at least in the modern era, has not happened very often.
A couple of 0-0 ties along the long and winding road as well. Jet sweep fake, keeper up the middle for Mr. Ham, out past the 5, out to the 6-yard line, but that's about it. 3rd down coming, down to 2:30 remaining. Again, during postgame, we'll have your final stats and scoring recap. Bob Greenberg will have some conversations down on field level.
Sharon next week will be at home. They take on Greenville as they close out region play.
So you got the top of the charts against the bottom of the charts. Farrell about to go to 6-0. Greenville now at 0-6. Ham has to throw it quickly on the play action. Finds an open man in the flat. First down to the 15, out to the 20-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch to get it out to the tight end, Logan Perk, sneaking out from the H-back position.
Yeah, pick up about 15 on the play. And a first down here for the Sharon Tigers. And Sharon came in giving up just 31 points all season. They've given up 20 tonight.
That's only their 4th first down of the game, Bob. Quick pass to the left, and they're trying to get number 5. Shake and bake move, not getting out of bounds, staying inbounds. The clock will keep on running. And then finally thrown backwards at the 26-yard line on the catch was Lamont Austin.
Yeah, Austin will get about 6 in the play. And you could say that Farrell has 20 points, but those were not all given up by the defense.
Right. You can give 14 of those points by the defense as the 6 initial points on the blocked kick, blocked punt return for a touchdown.
And you also have to wonder, without the absence of Bryson Roberson played a factor with the Sharon run defense.
Yeah, in the end, Sharon defense on the field just a little bit too much tonight. Down to a minute to play. Rolling out to his right is Ham. Throws it towards the near sideline, and it's going to be overthrown and out of play. Intended target nearest was Bishop Root, and it just kind of went sailing out over his head at midfield. 54 seconds on the clock. Farrell about to go to 8-0. Sharon about to suffer their 2nd loss of the year, but at 4-2. Will join Hickory and Grove City at 4-2, tied for 2nd in the region. Means it will be region champs for the Farrell Steelers here in about 54 seconds of game time.
History tells me anything. Farrell, they appreciate the region championship, but that's not one of their big goals of the year.
3rd down and 4. Ham again flush from the pocket. Tries to step up around a defender. Makes 1 miss. Makes 2 miss. He's retreated all the way back inside his 10. Finally throws it into his bench. Somehow avoiding a sack. Somehow avoiding intentional grounding as well. Yeah, if there's any indication of why region titles aren't what they're looking for, well, it's what our cameras are looking at right now if you're watching on Facebook Live. All those district champions, whether it be from District 7 or District 10.
And the state ones are above us. You can't show those. And this is a historic program. And region championships are on their way, but they got bigger fish to fry.
4th down and 4 now. Handoff up the middle. Big hole. 1st down and more for Cortez. He's going to get past the 30, out to the 35-yard line. Now dragged back. They'll mark it. Forward progress stopped at the 34. Nixon's biggest run of the game.
And clock will stop momentarily for the first down.
And now we'll wind one more play likely to be run here.
As the clock is running.
Down to 22 seconds remaining. Again, Ham, man in motion, little pop pass forward to C.C. Harrison. He's going to get across the 40 to the 45, 50, and knocked out of bounds, so there will be one more play. Knocked out of bounds with 10 seconds remaining. Gain of about 15 yards on that completion.
That was the second, or tie for the longest pass of the night here for Sharon.
Couple 15-yarders on this drive. 10 seconds remaining. Farrell. I won't say one more play again. You can hear the fans, though. They want the shutout, so this play still means plenty. Ball just shy of midfield. And with the snap, again, forward toss to Harrison, now coming to the near side with a convoy in front of him, lowering his shoulder, making the tackle was Damar Kane, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. Your final score, Farrell 20, Sharon nothing. We'll have the post-game show recap and interviews when we return. Steel Bowl 70 goes to the Steelers. You listen to it right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Did you finance your last car purchase at the dealership? Are you frustrated by the high rate and expensive monthly payments?
Home Improvement Hotline. How can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight quarters. So why doesn't the countertop fit the cabinets? Should we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets.